Hey, this is your host, Anthony Tank Mansfield. And with me today is...
Jaimie Filer.
And...
Andy Simpson.
And...
Ian Schiefer.
And this is What You Into.
What you into? What you into?
All right, Return to the Basement, which actually sounds like the name of a film that we might actually put on one of these film festivals today.
It's true. It's true. What would be the lead star in Return to the Basement?
Well,
Who would play you, Tank?
who would play me in Return to the Basement?
Yeah.
Dave Bautista.
I would go Jack Black.
Jack Black. I did have so I had an idea the other day. I just scribbled a note. I'm probably never going to do anything with it, so I'm going to just give it away. I was thinking about Tank doing his podcast. I was listening to it on my headset at work. And it was like, what if Tank was talking to someone and they were just like, oh, by the way, so I'm totally possessed by a demon and it's coming here to destroy the world. And you're like, hey, no, I'm Tank and we're just here to talk about, Snoopy. And they're like, no. And then all of a sudden they just pulled their own teeth out and then a spider crawled out of their body and would attack the world and the podcaster had to save the world. And you just choked it out with some jiu-jitsu.
Dude, I'm not scared of spiders. If it was a gigantic snake, then I would run out of the room.
Yeah.
But if it was a spider, game on. I'll
You
fuck
could do
with
that?
it. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could rear naked choke a spider would be all right. I mean, that maybe work.
I think you need to slap a copyright on that.
Copyrighted by
Yeah.
Jaimie Filer, 2024.
TM.
Yeah, what's the largest animal you think you could rear naked choke?
Do I have to get in the position with it? Do you
It's fighting back, right?
I mean, yeah, it's fighting.
I mean,
back.
it's giving you grief. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not giving up the position.
I don't think it's even big animal. What is the smallest animal? Do you think you would have, if you had to fight like a chicken? Do you think you could get a chicken in a rear naked choke? I think that fucker would just beat the shit out of your arm so bad.
I think you just squeeze it like you would the mandible, and then you just break its sternum.
Just break its sternum.
and ribs.
Yeah, you got to just.
That's gonna fuck it up.
You just got to
Murder
end
it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to end it.
All right.
No,
Well,
big animal. I don't know, like a Wolverine, maybe. I mean, size
you're,
wise.
you're fucking eating one if you're fucking with a Wolverine. I mean, you got to know going in. It's like going into like a knife fight. You're gonna get stabbed. You're gonna get poked if you fuck with a Wolverine.
It's true. I could probably do a standing guillotine to a deer that wasn't expecting it.
100%. I feel like I totally guillotine a
Yeah,
deer.
guillotine a deer. And I feel like they just calmly lay down and take a nap anyway.
It's true.
So,
Well, hell. Well, let's go. All right, let's transition here over to guys. What's going on? Secret Base Cinema's here as well as we sit here and talk about what animals we could choke out or not. How you guys doing?
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming back on.
Yeah, I don't think about fighting animals enough, I guess.
you should always be prepared. Yeah. You should think about fighting everything just in preparedness.
Be ready to drop that 12
Yeah,
to 6 elbow.
you never
on
know. You
Any
never
random
know.
wild animal.
There's this guy we take a lot of advice from. His name's Joe Rogan. We'll tell you about him after the show. So, well, shit, guys. Okay. So speaking of podcasts, Ian, you did the numbers. Yeah, welcome to the Ric Flair Club, the Four Horsemen.
Yes. Fourth.
It might have to get renamed soon. I don't know. Did you guys see Ric Flair's in trouble again?
What do you do now?
He got cut off at a bar in Clearwater, Florida.
Cut off in Florida.
Yeah.
That is what I'm hearing first and foremost.
Yeah, when they cut you off at the bar in Florida, they're and it's light out.
They ran out of alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Wrestling Town, too. That's like
Yeah.
where it all is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and now he's working for AEW, so he just has to go up to Jacksonville, Florida, pro wrestling. Everybody's there. If
It's
you get a job.
warm. It's warm. You can work out all the time.
And you don't got to pay taxes.
It's true.
No
True.
taxes.
And,
Yeah.
and it's easy.
You can be in your wrestling trunks all times and no one knows it or not.
And because of Disney World, Orlando has a sweet international airport that's going to get you in from wherever in the world or wherever you need to go.
Yeah.
So, hell yeah. Andy, man, you're back on the show. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what number we're on for you now. I'm excited that you're here.
It's the second. I only did the Mad Max.
All right, well, we have you to thank for making this day happen.
Yeah.
Because you reached out to me and you were like, hey, man, I got an idea for an episode. And I was like, that fucking rips. Let's make this shit happen.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I think about doing these things in my head all day, every day. So,
Yeah. Ian, are you in the same boat? Are you a guy who's constantly plotting?
Oh, yeah. Constantly. Always getting stuff planned. Always getting stuff going.
Okay. Yeah, this was a fun little mental exercise for me to like put all the list together, and I was like, "Ooh, I got to think about how I would approach this." But before we get into that, let's do plugs real quick. Listener, you can find me at NeoToNoOne on Instagram. My link tree's there, all that good shit. You can also find Jaimie over there, Jaimie_Filer on IG. Jaimie, you got books coming out soon. What you working on?
Yeah, I have Uncharted Tales of 100% Doom. Both 6 and 7 are both finished. I'm getting those in the print mode. They are all set up, and then I already forgot the fucking name of it. I have 3 actual like written stories that are not drawn, and a short comic book. They're going to come into a chapbook probably around the same time 100% Doom comes out, and then the next issue of Rob's Video will be hopefully releasing late June, early July. So this is a big summer of getting stuff out, printed material at least.
Listener, pick up these books by Jaimie. They're awesome. He puts his heart and soul into them. Does incredible spreads. You get fucking speed line, action lines,
Lots of
like
speed lines.
lots of detailed shit. Yeah, this is it's basically like a weird world where like tattooing, graffiti, Japanese anime, manga, and just good old fashioned American dirty ass illustration come to meet, and
well,
it
thank
fucking
you. That's
rips.
a compliment.
Like,
Thank
it's good. It's real good. So pick up those books, check them out, and then the guys from Secret Base Cinema, find them at yodeling_jock and ian.charles.71, both on IG and also on IG. Secret Base Cinema. You can go there. You can click up in their bio. That'll take you to where the links to get tickets to all their upcoming shows. And speaking of, guys, what we got coming up?
Well, on the 23rd, we have our next mystery double. We've pulled the prompt Miles to Go Before I Sleep, and we're going to be curating our selections on Instagram as we go along. And then next month, we have our first show, June 4th, at the Kenwood Theater.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be our first time showing
Right
there,
down the street.
so-
Hell yeah.
Love it there.
We're going to be trying to show a lot more there.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a fun spot.
Perfect.
And then June 18th at the Esquire, Andy, if you want to announce that, that's your baby.
So before that, I would just like to explain the mystery double a little bit more clear. We have both come up with, it's like something like 50 prompts, equal input, and we spin a big wheel, and whatever it lands on is what we have to use to curate a movie, and we will not release what movie we're showing, and we're not going to tell you when you show up to the theater. It's when the title card rolls across the screen, that's when you find out. And you said July 18th?
Yes, June 18th is at
Yes.
the Esquire Theater.
June 18th at the Esquire, we are doing Rolling Thunder.
Oh yeah.
Classic. Yeah, not much to say that hasn't already been said. It's a fantastic movie. Can't wait to see it on the big screen.
And then we also have dates in July set up. July 16th, we're going to be going back to the Esquire. And July 30th, we're going to be at the Marymount. And, of course, we have dates set up all the way through to the end of the year. So just stay tuned to our Instagram to keep up with those announcements.
Nice. And yeah, same with you guys. Like, listener, go check out the Secret Base Cinema shows. They're awesome. They're always bringing a combination of either films that you love or something you haven't seen yet, but it's really fucking good. And that's the thing. Like, these guys are not picking shitty movies. Like, if you see something and you pull it up, you're like, I don't even know what that is. I'm going to put a stamp on it. It's going to be at least okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. No,
Appreciate
I would agree.
At least it's going to be okay.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
But more likely than not, it's going to fucking rock because that's what you guys are trying to. I mean, like, how was 420 for you guys?
Oh, that was wild.
That was amazing.
That was fantastic. We did hard ticket to Hawaii. We had a pretty decent turnout for it. A lot of people were just like really having a good time and laughing and just like couldn't believe what they were seeing. And it was like the third or fourth time I've seen it, and I still couldn't believe what I was seeing. We got a bunch of great stuff to give away from the producer. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, our licensor, Brett, over at the American Genre Film Archive, totally volunteered us, into the situation, asking us if we'd want to link up with Arlene Sedaris. She does a lot of Q&A stuff. We couldn't get one set up for the theater there, but she offered to send us a bunch of free promo stuff to give away, posters, glossy photos, frisbees, the whole 9 yards.
You
It
got
was amazing.
frisbees?
Yeah.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
got
we
a
got
hard
a
ticket to
frisbee.
Hawaii
Yeah.
frisbee with razor blades on, like, drawn on
Printed on it. Yeah. It was so much fun. It was a great experience for us.
That's awesome, guys. Well, I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for the year, and let's go ahead, man. Let's get into this. Let's get into
Let's do it.
the show. So, all right, like I said, Andy came to me and he was like, "Hey, man, have you ever thought about doing an episode where you talk about people doing like a film festival?" And I'm like, "No, but this has my interest." Instantly, and I'm like, let's line it up. So of course it was like, it's your idea, let's get you on. Well, you got to bring Ian because you guys are partners in crime, and anything, if there's gonna be film on the show, Jaimie's got to be here, especially for something like this, because Jaimie has eclectic taste. That's
a polite way to put it.
It's the nice way. And I was like, I know my man's going to throw some curveballs at us. So, listener, here's the rules. We each had to make up our own 3-day film festival. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Each one of us had to choose the theme and the name of the festival. We had to choose the venue and the location it'll be held in. 2 movies on Thursdays, 2 movies on Friday, and 3 movies on Saturday. You have the option to invite special guests. Other attractions you can plot out, and you also don't have a budget cap. So you can, if it's a thing where it's like, we're going to show aliens and we got Sigourney Weaver. Okay, yeah, sure. It can happen.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start out with this. Jaimie, what did you name yours?
I named it Uncharted Movies of 100% Doom. It's also in league with, it's on brand.
It is very on brand.
Quote unquote, yes. If anyone doesn't know, also, my knuckles are tattooed. It says 100% Doom, so it's always been my thing.
Nice.
And so, what's kind of the theme of it behind the name? Besides being part of the brand, did you have an idea of what direction you wanted to take?
Yeah, I wanted it to be just kind of as maybe on brand of putting out in my head when you kind of brought this up, because I am getting these books ready and everything else. It's like, oh, what if you debuted books and you had a 3-day movie marathon? And while I'm drawing, I'm always watching movies. It is my safe place, quote unquote, is watching the most fucked up movie while drawing some pretty fucked up stuff. But I have always my cute little cat next to me, one of my cats. So just that idea of what are some of the craziest stuff that you try to emulate in your books, kind of showing that, and also too, if somebody digs that type of work or anything else, it's one of my favorite things is seeing what influences creatives, and so that kind of goes on with it as well.
I like the idea of you always, and this is with me as well, attracting weird people. And this is definitely a weird people festival.
Yeah.
And the best part, weird people always got shit to talk about.
Yeah.
That's
I'll be there.
Never boring. Yeah.
Andy, what about you, man? What did you tee up for this?
Okay, so my festival is called All or Nothing Fest. And it's called that because if you come for one movie, you have to stay for all of them. You're not allowed to leave. You have to stay, and you have to watch every movie that I've picked. And if you try and get out of it, we'll find a way to get you to make you watch it.
Do you think the seats electrocute you, or maybe
that's a good idea?
Is it a battle royale type thing where you have to put a collar on?
Ooh, that's.
Are we getting
We're cooking
seat
now.
sores? Are they in the seats for the whole weekend?
No,
I mean, we need bathroom breaks, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bathroom breaks for sure.
All right.
And I mean, it's 3 days, so there's concessions and there's ideally places to sleep. I hadn't really got that far. I just know that you're fucking watching all of them.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
What if this was on a plane that was flying you from point A to B, the C destinations? So to get from one to the other, you couldn't get off the plane. And you can't escape a plane. Let's be honest. You're over the ocean. You're not just jumping off because you don't like the movie.
Isn't that the plot to one of the Turbulence movies?
It may be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you describing the Dennis Reynolds implication thing where it's we take everybody out on a boat and they have to watch the movies because of the implication?
Yeah.
Less sinister.
Yeah.
Less sinister.
The water's full of sharks. It's you can swim, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're setting up a movie festival or the beginning of a Saw trap, but I'm interested with what you have going on.
A movie gulag.
Ian, what about you, man? What did you end up naming yours, and what's the theme?
Getaway Film Fest, and it is just sort of a smorgasbord.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of meant to take you away for all 3 days. Mine's more centered around a now defunct drive-in, but I like the idea of people being able to like camp and cook out at this. Really just be able to check into the event.
I'm very similar vibe with what you got going on.
Nice.
Yeah. I like the idea of having a community with this and being able to walk away with some friends.
So yeah, my favorite hometown space, being like Madisonville, Marymount guy, is the Oakley Drive-In, which is now, apartment complexes and condos and stuff like that. But that would have been my ideal location. I loved that. I loved going there growing up, and that was my spot because it was a community spot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on a similar vibe. I think we're going to jive throughout the episode. For me, I was starting something. My thing was going to be called Dead Tech Fest. And I looked this up. I was like, has anybody taken this? And when I typed in Dead Tech Fest, the first result I got back was 4 dead at Tech Fest in India. And I was like, oh no, it's not the same thing. We're good. Like, it's fine. So yeah, I was like, obviously somebody has this. No, yeah, okay, cool, we're good. Mine will kind of. Mine's based on the idea of having it's like a big pop culture festival, like swap meet type thing where you can come and you can trade dead tech. So people could bring like CRTVs to sell. They could sell VHS tapes and VCRs, like having this thing, and then also it being like a 3-day camp out. And I'll explain that as we go. But that's kind of the idea, is like getting people to come and interact with it. I'm a huge fan of dead tech. I keep getting more and more of it tattooed on me. And I don't see this stopping anytime soon. So yeah, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to do.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of like the gathering of the juggalos.
Very much so. Yes. You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Locked in. Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to this. Venue location. Jaimie, where are you throwing this thing at?
Okay, so yeah, when you sent the kind of pre-ops for us to think about this, I started debating it. And what I would like to do, if this is my world, I have millions of dollars and I'm getting to make this. In my hometown of Covington is where I was always stayed that I lived, but I truly lived in like Latonia is technically the term. Usually you say Covington because it sounds better. Put it that way.
I love Latonia, though.
Thank you.
It's a great spot.
Gentrification is a thing. They're trying really hard to do their type of thing. But we have this thing called the Latonia Shopping Centers, which if you know what those are, they are ghost. But they have these massive wall that I was thinking, I was like, it would be awesome to, and there used to be a Family Video. It was actually once, my childhood video store was Rob's Video, and then Family Video took over. So part of me was debating either going in, gutting out the building because Rob's Video was a part warehouse, gutting it all out and making that into a theater, and or just taking Latonia Shopping Center and making the side of that a theater. Because my goal would be people could come out, hang out in the parking lot. You're putting money and investing in like my childhood home, which I would like to see get money to not be what it is. And also the fact is too, is I was like, during the off time of the movies, especially on the first night when we tell what that is, I wanted Deathmatch Pro Wrestling to happen.
Nice. Exactly.
Of course. And when I was a kid and I was doing backyard Deathmatch Pro Wrestling, it was in Latonia, literally the back of where we did death matches was a graveyard. So the idea of like having death matches going on there and just like this, it's a massive, massive wall on the side with a big ass mural, but we put some fabric and we do like a drive-in thing and people can pull up and again, they're trading tapes, they're watching death matches, and they're watching the most fucked up movies ever.
I know once upon a time back, like shortly after COVID, there were a couple guys trying to get an old theater in Latonia up and running, but that sort of fizzled out and not really anything came of it, which is unfortunate. But I agree, Latonia would be an awesome place to get a theater going.
Yeah, especially because where the shopping centers are, they're actually right off of the expressway. Like they can come downhill, so people that don't necessarily want to deal with Latonia can just come off the express.
They could do that.
I mean, it is what it is.
But Latonia is still a great walking town, too.
Sure.
Everybody would just pop right in.
Oh, yeah. It'd be a blast.
Yeah.
Will there be a beaded curtain anywhere at this?
Are you talking about porn?
I'm just saying, if we're
Buddy, if I'm involved, there's something with porn there. Trust me. Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to have this video.
Well, hey, you didn't answer the special guest star yet. Okay. We'll just leave it at that.
My man. Andy, what about you, man? Where are you throwing yours at?
Well, how do you trap an audience?
That's a question we'll ask ourselves when we're setting about.
Is this in a prison?
Again, Saw Trap prison. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm picturing, I guess, sort of. I mean, it would have to be like a Renaissance fair setup kind of thing. But I mean,
Not mad at this.
I'm also picturing like, I don't know, it being indoors. So is it in like a big top tent or something? I don't know. I mean,
Oh, that would be fun. A circus movie
I
situation.
will say though, I mean, before I came up with the concept of, or like the whole concept of the not being able to leave, I'm leaning way too into this. I was just picturing like I would love to do a festival at like a famous theater in LA. Like I would love to do like the Cinerama Dome or the New Beverly or the New Art, which is one that I got to go to a few times and saw some really cool stuff there. Just somewhere cool and big.
Mm-hmm. I like that you have both answers here. That you have both. You're trying to figure out a way to kill people if they try to leave. It sounds like some type of moat technology you might be employing.
I never really pictured it being murder. I pictured it more just like sort of like a Groundhog Day situation where I would just, not really a Groundhog Day situation, but like I would have somebody follow somebody and like, just ominously hover until they're like, okay, I'll watch the fucking movies.
I love this.
Yeah.
This is a movie in the movie right here. Like just this.
Right.
I think right now you're living that whole thing we got going on with men or bears online right now. Just put a guy in a bear suit, get one guy and then get a bear guy and then do a tally at the end and figure out where this comes down at.
Yeah. There'd be a documentary about this movie.
How it went horribly wrong.
You definitely have to sign a waiver to go to
Yeah,
this.
definitely
There's
a waiver.
no way you're not.
Not a chance that you didn't. And I have your phone too.
Oh,
And your keys.
Jaimie, I'm having flashbacks to the episode we did with Simon where we talked about the
murder Halloween
the
house
torture
thing.
house.
Yeah,
where
I
they
watched
just,
that.
like,
I
fuck
watched
with
that
you.
documentary Simon told us about. It was fucked up.
Yeah, fuck that house.
Fuck
dude.
that guy. Fuck all that. No way.
Yeah. Do you guys know about this?
In California,
Yeah.
My wife
Yeah.
has talked about wanting to get on the list and
No.
everything. Yes, she wants to go be friggin' bloody tortured by this goddamn lunatic out in California, and making me watch videos of people being vomited into their mouths and
Nope.
violated by like lunatic monsters. I'm like, this is absolutely
I don't like this.
Not one bit.
I'll watch a movie.
Yeah, and she hates horror films, but she was like, I'm signing up for this. What in the fucking hell?
All right.
Yeah.
Note to self: invite Ian's wife on the show.
Yeah, right. She'll describe every American true crime horror to you in great detail.
This is a common thing, though. I've talked to many people, like my coworkers, about their girlfriends and that, and it's always the same. They're like, they don't want to watch Nightmare on Elm Street because there's two monsters.
Absolutely not.
But
No.
Son of Sam all night long. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
When I come home from like a night of drinking with my brother and there's just the most horrendous real life shit on the TV, I'm like, oh my God.
Hey, see, I
what in
can't
the
watch
fuck?
any of that shit.
Please stop. Yeah, no, because it's real.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping for the whole night. I'm like strapped up, sitting by the door, waiting for someone to come in the whole night.
Right,
after that.
exactly.
Like, I just can't.
Made in a studio,
Yeah.
world class, highly paid actors. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm dancing in all these circles at this point. I love horror. I like seeing people get fictionally ripped apart, but I also like true crime stuff. It's been a while since I've been into it because like at some point you can only hear the same story over and over again so many times. It's like, and I don't, it's like, okay, BTK and John Wayne Gacy and all, and it's like, yeah, man, I know what happened. I've seen Richard Ramirez docs. Like, okay, cool. I started going down the rabbit hole of cartel murder torture shit. And
There's a new one.
Yeah, and like that's a whole crazy thing that's going on right now. I've not started watching the snuff film versions of that, but like there is this guy on YouTube that watches them and describes them. And
Did Tank just say that he wants to get into snuff films? Are we straddling this subject right now? No.
I was like, I have not watched any of them. Wink,
right
wink.
yeah,
I've watched people who watch them.
Yeah.
And,
allegedly. And and also, no, I'm not showing 8mm at my festival.
There we go.
Ian, man, what are you showing at yours? or
from-
sorry, not
let's
showing,
see.
but fuck. Let me reset the track. What's your venue location?
My venue and location, again, it's a defunct place. So in my millions of dollar playland, Oakley Drive-In was where we had it. It was, you like drove down into this little open valley, and it was kind of like you couldn't really leave. Once you were in there, you were in there. But not necessarily a premise for this show. But I like the idea of having people that are like camped out there and hanging out and together the whole time. And that sort of like feeds into, you know, the venues and other things that I want going on sort of in the periphery of the big shows and stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go along with you. I wanted to have mine at Legend Valley in Thornville, Ohio.
It's a sick venue.
It's cool, listener. So to give you, if you're outside of the Ohio area, it's maybe like a half hour outside of Columbus. It's just kind of a big, out in the middle of nowhere area. There's a gas station that's like a few miles from the place. Better
Right.
than that, it's kind of
Dinosaurs.
yeah. It's just that yes, yeah. But it's the same place that hosts like fucking the Gathering of the Juggalos every year and Lost Lands.
Yes.
And I went there for Pumpkin Drublick when that was happening.
Oh,
and,
fun.
And it's a super cool spot where it's a ton of land. You can camp out and hang out.
I was gonna say you're talking about in Columbus, right? I wanna make
Yeah,
sure.
outside of
yeah,
Columbus,
Allison and I, my wife and I, we actually kind of had a getaway weekend there, like without anything, and they have like a little Airbnb. That
Oh,
place
really?
is friggin' incredible. Yeah,
That's cool.
Anybody who's just looking for a cool place to go for a few days, even without the party, it's pretty neat there.
Yeah, and they got a permanent stage set up on the property. It's also funny, the dude who owns the place, or one of the security guys, just like rips around there on one of those fucking Polaris like
Yes.
side by sides or whatever they're called.
Yeah, he drove me
Yes.
around on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole time. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, he's just like blasting modern pop country, and it's got like all sorts of weird neon lights on. Like
Man, he's figured life out.
he has.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm fucking jealous.
He was that weirdly happy. You know how like some of the people are just like, I got nothing to complain about guy. He was that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
He won.
Yeah.
he really did.
He won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as long as he pays the bills and does shit right, he's good.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's where I want to have it at. I want to like put a big screen because we're going to need the space because I got a lot of other ideas what we're going to do with the festival besides showing the movies. All right, guys. Let's get into Thursday night. So, Jaimie, what are you showing?
All right, I'm sorry, I have to bring up my notes here because I had notes. It is called Terrifying Thursday. So Terrifying Thursday,
Alliteration, like it.
yes, the first movie is Slashers. It's I believe 1991 or 1992. Slashers.
Fucking love that movie. I remember
Love
getting
this.
it from Leisure Time Video. It was like a weird, like it's so low budget. Is it
Yes.
Canadian or something?
It may be Canadian. It is so low budget.
Yeah.
It's not even funny. I believe it was also shot on video.
Yes, it does look not great.
And now that I'm looking up the information, and it was written and directed by Maurice Devereaux, which that sounds like a French Canadian name.
That's Canuck.
If I was going to guess, yeah. But it is about basically a Japanese, this is especially because of the era that it was in, was that like America was turning, like we were just learning about anime and manga and things like that. So everybody had this weird fascination with pop culture all of a sudden that was getting streamed into American audience from Japan. So this is a quote unquote American and or Canadian movie that acts like it's a Japanese game show where if you sign up, you sign the document, it's the Running Man, except everybody dresses as slashers. And they all have a gimmick, and you have to make it through. And the genius of it is because it's all shot on VHS, so they could use cheap cameras and just follow everybody around.
Yeah.
And this is the first time a quote-unquote American team is going to go in and try to survive the slashers. And it's about a young girl who's actually there to protest the horribleness
the
of
murder
this.
and all this.
Murder and everything else. And she's a young college girl, and she's like, I'm going to show the world. And then she's in there, and all of a sudden she's like, hold on, they shut the fucking door, and now these people are going to murder me. And she's following a camera guy, and they play in a whole thing of like, she'll be like, I don't know what to do. They're trying to kill me or whatever. And the camera guy's like, well, you know you'll last longer if you take your shirt off and walk around in your bra. And she's like, what? And he's like, it's a horror movie. Show a little bit of skin. You'll probably live longer because they don't kill you quick if you're getting the audience engaged. So she's like, this is fucking horrible, you know. And it plays on all these gimmicks, and it starts to like play with the actual slashers because once the game is turned on them. This is a guy who walks out and he's in a doctor outfit and he's Dr. Murder, and all of a sudden he's like, hey, yo, my name's Joe, and I don't really want, I just was hired for a job. It's not my fault I'm killing you. Don't hurt me. It's just my job type of shit. Fucking great show. So great show. And should I tell about my second movie as well?
Well, guys, let's talk about this for a second, just because
Tank's like, this movie's great.
This is amazing right here.
If you make a movie, like if you do anything that's like The Running Man, I'm automatically on board.
Yeah.
Right. 100%.
I love a good murder game show movie,
Yeah.
and you can't go wrong with that. And you're absolutely right. The way it's shot on video makes total sense because it is set up to be like a reality TV game show where the cameras make sense in what you're seeing, which also adds like a weird something different to it because like you're so used to seeing game shows shot in this way,
Yeah.
but now all of a sudden you're seeing people getting murdered in game show vision, and it really fucks with you for a second. It's like, oh, that's weird.
I get what you're saying. That's kind of like what happened with. I think that's why Paranormal Activity was so scary to people, because it's like, well, of course it looks like a camcorder. This is a home movie.
Yeah.
And it just feels that much more real because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially because, again, like in the time that this was getting put out was right when like Survivor became big.
Yeah.
So as much as America was intaking the anime and the Japanese scene and having that weird sense of like, we don't know how wild it is over there because this is kind of pre-internet still, that getting used to a camera following a person.
Reality TV.
TV was kind
big
of
rise,
too.
yeah.
And it was such a good reflection, just perfect timing for it. And unfortunately, it is that thing where if you weren't in a video store at that time, you never would have came across that movie.
Say the name to that one again?
Slashers.
Slashers.
Yeah.
Slashers.
Actually, TerraVision released a Blu-ray of it in the last maybe year. Yeah. So, and I was hyped. I immediately bought that. I love that movie. Love that movie.
So what's the second feature?
The second feature is a movie that I just recently watched. It was called Evil Angel. So what happened is some guy, he was some random producer, put in a bunch of movie. They were making a movie with Vin Rames. They got everything done, and then somebody went, oh, by the way, he was totally like scheming on the taxes of this movie. And he was basically pulling a hustle, throwing all his money in this to get out of tax evasion. So once that was realized, they were like, we can't release the movie. So sorry about your luck, everybody. So Evil Angel, you can't find. I mean, you can find it on YouTube. Just don't mind the weird, like under thing on the screen of it. I'm not saying it's on YouTube, but it's definitely on YouTube. Evil Angel, definitely not on YouTube, but definitely on YouTube. But anyway, it is about Lilith, the demon, possesses a young prostitute. And she dies as a drug overdose. This guy comes in, he brings her back to life, and he becomes like fascinated with her. And the thing is when the body of Lilith is the ancient demon that we've all biblical demon and things like that. When the body dies, she just jumps over to a new body. And then what happens is when he brings back this prostitute, he gets her just around him enough that she kind of realizes like he's got this wife and, the wife was having an affair and everything else. And then she dies. Well, sure enough, Lilith now takes over the wife. And the cool thing is this movie turns into full blown like slasher who is just wrecking everybody type movie. She runs over people. She stabs people. She shoots people. It's a half action film because what happens is when Lilith takes over the wife, she goes back to all the people that fucked over the prostitute Lilith and kills all them as well. So she's like killing pimps, other prostitutes, drug dealers, but then she's jumping back and like killing anyone that made her mad at any moment and just murking everyone. And this guy's got to figure out what to do when his wife happens to be the ultimate demoness, ridiculous. And it was made, I believe, in like 2015 or 16. And I don't know, there was like we live in a weird time now where like I think a lot of movies have kind of tried not to be as sleazy and a little more highbrow. And like there was this weird cusp right at that time where everything was like ultra sleaze. And then it kind of got pulled
The
back.
Sharknado days.
The Sharknado days, yeah.
Yeah.
And this movie is fucking sleazy.
Hobo with a shotgun.
Hobo with the shotgun.
It is
Yep.
just Lilith is like just showing her bare ass. Anytime they can just show like an ass scene or something, it happens in this film. And I'm standing
Sounds
up
great.
just bravoing
Yeah.
the screen. Yeah.
Applaud.
I'm like, yeah, and
That's
like
what America wants.
decapitated heads and people just getting murked left and right. And
let me say that I enjoy a buffet of violence in my films where you get like not just like a normal like he got shot and he got shot and he got shot, but give me somebody throwing a knife, give me somebody getting like dunked in a barrel of gas and
Yeah.
lit on fire.
Yeah.
Give me variety.
Yeah, I think the thing I really enjoyed about the film was as much as it was like taking on that like biblical horror type thing. When she goes back and she's literally like, I'm not even spoiling because it's like just a scene in the film, but she's just using a shotgun on pimps. You're just like, yeah, she's not even being a demon now. She's just being the fucking Punisher, you know? It's just,
Hell yeah.
yeah. And then she goes on and, you know, cuts people's heads off and puts them in pots and shit like that. That happens later. So, yeah. Evil Angel. Definitely not on YouTube because it's on YouTube.
Coming out the gate hard on that one, I like it.
Yeah.
Back to back, just fucking let's go.
Yeah, that's you know.
All right, Jamie.
Terrifying Thursday.
All right, Andy, you got to follow this up with what's the first thing we're trapping people in the room with?
So yeah, the trapping thing, it was all sort of to serve like the movies. I want to have like a nice contrast that have movies that have similar themes but are totally different. That way, someone who might really like the first movie but may not have ever seen the second movie will watch it and be like, "Oh, I watched it," and they had to watch it. So, and there's definitely like on each of my days, there's like a centerpiece where it's like, okay, that's the meat. And then like there's sort of, other stuff around it. So, I'm starting off with, from 1982, The King of Comedy, directed by Martin Scorsese.
Nice.
It is most recently been discussed as one of the films that Todd Phillips used to write the script for Joker, The King of Comedy, and Taxi Driver. There's definitely a lot of both in the movie. But it's basically Robert De Niro is this delusional, talentless comedian, and he devises this plan to kidnap a late night talk show host played by Jerry Lewis, an old Jerry Lewis. So there's kind of an interesting dynamic there where he's kind of just getting chased by screaming fans all the time, and Rupert Pupkin, which is De Niro's character, sort of uses that as an in, like literally an in to his limousine one night and pitches him his whole, his routine, and basically, long story short, he ends up kidnapping him. That's like a really well-known thing about it, so I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything.
I've never seen it, but at the same time, this movie is about as old as I am, so I really can't call spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to say, my night number one is called "That's One Bad Mother." So yeah, that's the King of Comedy. I almost always say King of New York when I'm talking about King of Comedy. Okay, and then movie number two is from 1981, Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker.
Hell yeah.
Also known as Night Warning.
Yeah.
This movie is not nearly the classy production that the King of Comedy is, but I think it's fantastic still. Fun fact, the director, William Asher, was like the primary director for Isle of Lucy, which...
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because knowing that now, like looking at Susan Tyrrell's performance, the demented mother figure in the story, it totally makes sense because the way that she's playing it is almost comedic, but it's not funny because it's bad. It's just funny because it's like so over the top and so wild. So yeah, I kind of did the whole play on the one bad mother where it's like, Rupert Pupkin, the only time you hear his mother in the movie is when she's yelling at him through the wall. And there's a twist with the real parent situation in Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. Yeah. So I'm not going to reveal that, but I think that'll be a fun night of watching movies.
Nice, man. I like it. And I like this idea that you got of like a little bit of a kind of a yin and the yang here, where it's like, there's going to be a little opposite. Like, yeah, you come for this, you might not want to stay for that, but you're here.
You're seeing it. Yeah.
Ian, what about you, man? What are you throwing down on night one?
Night one for Thursday is the theme on that one is called the Lunatic Fringe. And for your camping experience at the drive-in, we're just kind of easing you into a fun evening. I like a bit of lunacy, and so I've got comedy planned for the first night. So
Nice.
if you're imagining you and the lady of the Winnebago set up in just the right spot, the kiddie pool and the fold-out chairs are going, maybe there's a barbecue going on. Roger Rabbit is going to be the intro movie. It's just
Nice.
a nice short. I'm a
Perfection.
big fan of the Roger Rabbit shorts that Steven Spielberg put together. I think it's a shame that more of them didn't get off the ground. And for the movie that it's leading into, the first one's going to be Ernest Goes to Jail.
Yes.
So I'm a big
My wife's there.
Jim Varney, John Cherry fan, Kentucky native there. And Ernest Goes to Jail is a wild one because Jim Varney is putting on multiple hats in that movie. He's playing like the bad guy. There's kind of a very serious edge to it because Ernest gets swapped out for a death row inmate and is going to be executed by the end of the film and gains superpowers through electricity to get himself out of this situation. So that's going to be the intro to it. And for those Roger Rabbit fans, the intro to that one is Roller Coaster Rabbit for that one.
Wait, can we talk about evil Ernest for a minute and
Yes.
just how absurd this is?
Yes, it is.
Like, it is wild that they got to the point where they're just be like, what if he was evil?
And get this, it was a theatrical release.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it in
Jim
theaters as a
Varney was
kid.
a national treasure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got I think three movie releases, and Ernest Goes to Jail was the second one.
Yeah.
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 When was Ernest Goes to Camp? Because that was
one. That was number one.
That was my jam, man.
Yeah.
When he made that, and they had that whole thing at the end where like they made like the traps and shit, which
And the turtle bombs
yeah,
from the
I mean, which a sign of a great kids movie. Have some fucking traps.
Yeah.
Home Alone,
Yeah.
like Three Ninjas, shit like that. You gotta
Kids
have
love
traps.
traps.
You
Dial
gotta have
code
traps.
Santa
Dude,
Claus.
Yeah.
and even that movie had like a dark side. It was like juvenile delinquents that were coming in there, and Ernest got the shit kicked out of him, like bloody beaten in that movie by like the villain, like absolutely beaten to a pulp.
Ernest Goes to Shawshank.
So his nephew wrote his biography, and he did a signing down in Lexington. Like last
Is it
summer.
already released?
Yeah.
The importance of being earnest?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I'm
so
excited. Yeah.
The book was. The documentary is still being made.
Okay,
But my
okay.
my wife loves Jim Varney, and so we went down there, and she got his the autograph of the nephew and the book and everything else. But we actually went to his graveyard too. Like,
Oh, really?
We
Yeah.
couldn't find his damn grave there. We were on the wrong spot for that. But yeah,
What does his gravestone look like?
we didn't get to go because we couldn't find it. The graveyard that he's in
It's
is
just his name.
massive.
I was gonna say, I really,
I believe it's
just-
dark stone, and it just says Jim Varney, and I believe it's got the like thespian masks, if I'm remembering correctly. But that's just
But
about
he-
it.
I
It's
wanted-
nothing crazy ornate.
I wanted it to be the Ernest hat.
But the
my-
wildest thing though is like in the book, the documentary showing him without being the character.
Yeah.
that man was a stud. He
was
was
not only
such
a
a
stud,
good-looking guy. Like,
I think NBC or CBS had a short clip of him doing like Shakespeare
Oh, yeah,
that you
yeah, he
can
was
find.
legit.
And, like he's a very talented actor.
Yeah.
Friends with Robin Williams.
Yeah,
Like, they would try to make each other crack up.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a YouTube clip, a famous one where
Yeah.
they're both riffing on each other, and it is wild.
Yeah,
Just
man.
watching him and Robin Williams.
He became a character and just
That was it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing happened to Paul Rubens with the Pee-wee
True,
character,
true.
or like the Cassandra Peterson and Elvira. Like you just become this character, and you can't escape it for better or worse. Like it is you. You are it.
I think the only person who ever was successful in escaping it was probably Martin Short. With Jiminy
yeah.
Glick.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's still Jiminy Glick. He's just a very talented actor outside of that too.
True.
100%. Yeah, or fucking It's Pat.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's a
Blanking on the
wild
name.
one. Yeah,
Which went on to become a senator.
I
Really?
remember-
Wait.
Wow.
Who played Pat? Shit, I forget. I thought it was Al Franken.
No.
But
No,
not
it's
Al
a
Franken.
woman.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
woman.
I believe.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I remember Ween is in the movie.
I forgot there was a movie. You're right. Yeah.
It's Pat.
Ian, what's the second thing you're showing that night?
Of course, I'm going to have intermission plugs. I'm a big fan of the Something Weird videos, and they've got a big collection of those, so I want those rolling pretty much anytime there's negative space. But we've got another Roger Rabbit leading into Roger Rabbit's Trail mix-up. video for those interested, leading into Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls.
God damn.
It's a poppy choice. I don't care.
It's a great.
It's
so
a
fucking
hilarious
funny.
movie, and for the vibe I'm going for on night one, that's how I want to tie it off.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It really is.
The theme of this entire night is, do you have edibles? Well, you should, because
I concur with this.
Get ready to be 10 years old and laugh your ass off.
Yes, you're going to have a lot of fun at all these shows for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna have a blast. No, dude, that's an awesome night, man. I dig what you got across. And I like the fact that you we're like, hey, we're gonna have a little intermission treats. That's fun too.
And Andy pointed out the other week when we were talking about Ace Ventura, like the difference from the first one to the second one is that the first one he was intended to be kind of cool, and then in the second one he's just an absolute lunatic. He's absolutely lost his mind. So
Hair's bigger, and he's just he's just a cartoon.
So that's my movie too, tying off Thursday.
I like it. My Thursday night is punks and cars getting anarchy. So first thing I'm showing is Repo Man.
Yes.
Top 5 movie of all time. Fucking love Repo Man. Me and my wife, we both love Emilio Estevez. That's something we didn't know until we got in the relationship. Like he'd pop out in a movie, and I'm like, this guy fucking rocks. She's like, I know, and I'm like, all right, cool.
I just picked up that director. Is it Cox? Alex Cox.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up his next movie after that, which is called Highway Patrolman.
Oh, really?
And if you like that, you should check that out.
I will check that out.
Repo Man is an excellent choice and always good every day of the week.
I love Harry Dean Stanton.
Harry Dean Stanton
Yeah.
rocks in that movie. Yeah, and it's just a thing where it's like, is it a sci-fi movie? Is it like a punk rock movie? Is it a drama? Is it a comedy? Like, it's just everything, and it has a killer soundtrack.
It's like slacker sci-fi.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. So that's what we're going to open up with. And then the second thing we're throwing down is Mad Max the Road Warrior. Again, top 5 film of all time. So, we got the people out. We're going to be in. You'll see later, once I start entering in the musical aspect of my festival, you understand why I'm picking what I'm picking.
At Legends, that's a great choice,
Yes.
too. The vibe on that's going to be great.
Yeah, and it's just a movie where it's, again, one of the things I love most about Road Warrior is it's one of those movies where, like, there's just so little dialogue, but you can still understand everything that's happening in the movie. So it is the kind of thing, like, if you're, like, guys kind of partying and drinking in a field or whatever, you can just kind of, like, look over at the film once in a while and be like, okay, I get what's going on. And then, of course, you get one of the most incredible chase scenes at the end of the movie that's ever been put on film. Yeah, this is the way to go. 100%. All right, Friday night. Jaimie, what are you bringing us back with?
All right. Friday night. Sorry, I had to adjust myself in my seat. I almost fell over. So Friday night is the WTF Friday night schedule. So it's what the fuck schedule. We're starting it off with Red Lips. Red Lips is a 1995 shot on video vampire lesbian classic.
Nice.
It stars Getty Chasem. Now, Getty Chasem, I'm trying to think. So this movie was filmed, I believe, like kind of northern tip Ohio. And I always say there was like this weird thing back in the shot and video, especially if you look at like Wave Productions or like anything from the Saturn Core, like Blu-ray Company or anything like that. Generally, all the girls look like Girl Next Door super hot girls. And my running joke too is, especially a lot of us made in the 90s in like mid 90s when I went to art school. And so like all the girls I had crushes on, they had no interest in me. Definitely like all the girls in these movies always look like them. It's like always art school looking girls that, decide to show their boobs in movies. So Red Lips is about a girl who gets a weird blood transfusion. And then the doctor's like, oh, by the way, now you're a vampire.
Sick.
She's like, oh, great.
Thanks for that update.
Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, so she is a vampire by science. And
Was she a lesbian before the
yes,
transfusion?
she was a
Okay.
lesbian. Yeah, the
darn
lesbianism
it.
did not come in from that. But
So
she
wait,
was
she was a lesbian by nature and a vampire by science.
yeah, and,
All right, cool.
and
We're caught up.
hot by a gift from God. Yeah, she is like so good. Getty Chasem is like one of the mega hots, and she was only in a couple movies, and they were all these like extremely low budget movies, and like very hot, very healthy, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, wink. Definitely
Nudge,
on YouTube.
nudge.
But anyway, so she's a vampire, and like every girl she meets, it's just basically like softcore lesbian sex, and then she drinks their blood.
Thank you.
Then she gets to Michelle Bauer. Yeah. And so Michelle Bauer, if you know that era of films, Michelle Bauer was, I believe, she was in a couple of like hardcore pornos, but she was in a lot of softcore like Cinemax stuff.
Tasteful stuff as
Yeah,
well.
and she was in a tremendous amount of horror films. But she was like one of those girls that was like, I'll show my boobs for $5. I don't care. So she shows up. And my favorite thing by watching the documentary of the making of this is they could only pay for Michelle Bauer, the big name, quote unquote, actress, for 2 days. And they were like, well, she was actually at a convention in New Jersey. So we had to drive up to New Jersey, do every scene. And you can tell with every scene with Michelle Bauer, the camera is angled up. So you don't actually see just the like convention hotel.
Oh, my
And
Lord.
it's them two meeting each other, falling in love. And then Michelle Bauer deciding that she wants to be a vampire and that they'll just like run around and cause a muck and destroy everything. And, you know, vampire hunters ensue in that. So that's Red Lips, lesbian, vampire, shot on video, 1990s art school girl
Love it.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Excellent choice.
It sounds great.
Excellent. It
I know,
does.
like everybody's
That
like, I'm not
sounds
mad
amazing.
at this.
I mean, this guy, you know, when it comes to, I mean, like, definitely, you can sell anybody on anything when it comes to fucked up films to watch.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the most fucked up film. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is when I would walk out, like after Red Lips goes down and everybody's like, wow, I've seen so many hot lesbian vampires today. I come out in a suit and I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, people, here, animals, deathmatch wrestlers, tape traders, I welcome you to the weirdest and craziest movie I've ever seen in my life, Damn's Elvis. So, Damn's Elvis is a shot-on-video 1990s movie. The movie director, whose name is escaping me, unfortunately it's not written down in my notes, was a comic book illustrator who did mostly indie and underground films. He decided to make a movie. Now this is my like, I always say like that again, that era of like going to art school, being like the weird kid, and then going to a school full of super weird kids, and just this movie. I don't know how I didn't see it till much later in life with that thing, because. And it's very 90s, and it's very, we got to understand that the 90s had a different view of things. So when I say certain things, it's not, like, look, you know, the world's just a very different place. So, like, your miles may not go as far as mine on how this works.
I'm getting more excited.
This movie is fucking great. So what it is in this film, it's a post-apocalyptic world, Black Jesus. That is his actual name in the movie. He is a black man playing Jesus.
All right.
He is, I'm Black Jesus. And he's like, well, I want to be like the new God. And I want, you know, but there's a concern because there's only one person who is more popular than me with the rest of the world. And they're like, who's that? And they're like, it's Damn's Elvis. So this woman is reincarnated as Damn's Elvis's daughter, and she has to bring back Elvis back to basically save the world from Black Jesus and his cult of people.
We get Elvis versus Black Jesus.
Oh, it gets better.
Like
I'm just going to go ahead.
Presley?
I'm going to go ahead and blow this part. Elvis is an Asian man who turns into a werewolf, and who fights
you.
Black Jesus. But the whole movie is Black Jesus' cult chasing Damn's Elvis as she rides this motorcycle, as she dresses in her white leather fringed outfit, as she fights another naked nude woman, and the nude woman pulls a knife out of her vagina and then aims it at her. Then they battle each other. Then they get the knife away. Then they make out and fuck. And then eventually she brings up Damn's Elvis, who's actually now it's an Asian Elvis. He battles Black Jesus. There's a whole thing where they're like, we got to figure out who the new God is because who's worshiping what at this point? My God, man. It is a fucking movie of all time. And it's one of those things. Again, we've talked about this earlier. It is not a good movie. It's a fucking experience of life and existence.
When it was just
You go in one way, you leave another.
when it was just Black Jesus versus Elvis, I was willing for the sake of funny. I was like, all right, I'll do the Elvis impersonation. We'll see where this goes. But then you're like, it's Asian Elvis. I'm like, God, no, I can't. Yeah, okay.
Why don't you rock that one out?
I gotta
for
keep.
us?
I like my job. It's been pretty great so
Yeah,
far.
yeah, you know, yeah. And again, it's like one of those things where you're like, well, it's the 90s, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I like the idea they just keep in this movie. They just keep adding on to it. They're like, it's Elvis, but wait, he's Asian, but wait, he's a werewolf.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just phenomenal. Once there's literally the scene where the Damn's Elvis is like looking in the forest and this naked woman comes out and you don't you just see her reach her hand between her legs and just pulls out a knife. And you're like, oh, that's a pussy dagger. And,
The old pussy dagger.
yeah, you're just like, fuck me, this is great. So, yeah, it is. It's phenomenal. And actually, for tape traders and things like that, Indianapolis has a big VHS con.
Dead Formats?
Dead Formats. The creator of Damn's Elvis is actually going to be there this year.
Oh.
And I'm going to
neat.
shake that man's hand. Also, Misty Monday, one of my favorite softcore porn stars of the early
I know who
aughts,
that
is
is.
going to be there. It's just reigning favorite of Jaimie's here today. But I'm going to shake that man's hand. And
That's kind of like a bigger get for them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they must be growing. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
when you got the creator of Damn's Elvis and Misty Monday, who played Spider Babe,
I know. Hey, I
that's
know
celebrity.
who Misty Monday is.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
Jamie, this again goes back to the 300 theory, where if it's like in indie pro wrestling, where if you're in front of 300 people in an arena, you're famous, but the minute you go across the street to get a Subway sandwich, no one knows who you are. This is the exact same thing here with these people. It's like, for most people, they're like, I don't know who the fuck this is, but for a small group of fans, it's like, holy shit, I can't believe you got them to come here.
you're like, mind blowing.
just
Yeah.
a bunch of 30-year-old men just being awkwardly silent around Misty Monday. Like,
Oh, I'm going to have a high five.
nice to meet you, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm just going to in Dr. Jekyll and Mistress Hyde. So when you had the Skullgirl outfit on and you pulled up and showed your full muff, like, were you prepped for that then? Or just,
Was that were you freestyling on that?
it's just, were they telling you not to trim? I mean, I'm just curious.
I wonder if this thing, if either she's like, this is great, or on the other, she's there, she's like, I have to get extra security. Oh, man.
Like, where's the bouncer? Bouncer.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
She's got panic button just hitting.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you
I mean, that damn Elvis guy's there, and he's got the girl that pulled the knife out of the vagina. Maybe she has one there, and she's like, I'm here to protect him.
Hell yeah, dude. That's exactly what we need. It's
Just knife vaginas everywhere.
Is knife vaginas and ladies pulling knife vaginas and stabbing people. Yes, that's what's going to bring the people to the festival. This is why I don't let you book events ever. This is why I handle all the 6-bomb board shit.
Probably a good plan.
Yes. Andy, what about you, man? What are you showing at yours on night 2?
I'm just picturing a world where like all of these festivals are happening simultaneously, and like I just thought, I was like, what if like you're allowed to leave mine, but you have to go to someone else's?
You have to see damn Elvis.
Yeah, exactly. So my first one, I'm just picturing people walking out of that and going into Damn's Elvis, and it's just couldn't be more different. Night 2, I've titled "Mess of a Salesman." For my first movie, I have from 2002, Punch Drunk Love, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. I love Adam Sandler. I'm not a completionist in terms of like everything that he's done. I don't love his later movies. I haven't seen a lot of them, to be honest. But the ones that I have seen, I grew up with, and I actually think that he's a very competent actor when given the right role. And I think that this is a perfect showcase. I would say it's on equal ground with him and Uncut Gems, possibly. I think Uncut Gems is just more of a bigger opportunity for a character. But anyhow, if you haven't seen Punch Drunk Love, it's about a very socially awkward and frustrated guy. He's got 7 sisters who all treat him like shit. He's very repressed, and he ends up calling a phone sex line, and that sort of triggers a whole chain of events where there is a scheme being run out of a mattress warehouse being run by Philip Seymour Hoffman, and they are trying to extort money out of him. But in the midst of all of this happening, he meets a coworker of one of his sisters, and she is just the same right kind of like socially awkward, and they're just perfect for each other. And it's just sort of those two plot lines eventually colliding. But yeah, it's a very tense, very funny, just very well-paced movie.
It's a really good movie in terms of getting to like see somebody do something, a total 180 of what they normally do. And people used to talk about that, where it was like, if you came in as a comedy actor, it was hard to then make the jump to drama, or if you did drama, it's hard to make the jump to comedy. And Sandler does in this movie, and it's really interesting to watch, because like before this, it was like Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, and it's totally not that.
Yeah, no, it's totally not that. And it's funny because I think that what makes him such a good actor is that even in a serious role like this or in Uncut Gems, he can find the funny, even if it means, bringing it about in serious ways that are maybe a little uncomfortable or just unexpected, not your traditional, like, gibberish yelling, or which I love that stuff too. I love Billy Madison. I love Happy Gilmore. I don't know. I think that he is an incredibly capable actor. And I have followed that up with, from 1995, Tokyo Fist, directed by Shinya Tsukamoto. If you don't know who that is the Iron Man from Tetsuo the Iron Man.
Oh, shit.
He wrote and directed and starred in this movie. It's it's all over the place. It's kind of hard to explain it. The internet couple sentences that I was able to find that I kind of agreed with was suspecting that his childhood friend, a professional boxer, is having a love affair with his fiancée. A businessman starts training rigorously in order to take him down. But that is really just the tip of the iceberg because, there's just a lot of different stuff happening. It's very like where Punch Drunk Love is more reserved and internal. It is very external. And by that I mean there's a scene like somebody will get punched in the face and it looks like a sprinkler of blood is coming out of their eye. Like it's so over the top and very extreme and very stylized. And so basically he's trying to become a fighter and he goes to fight this kid, and this guy that he knows from back in the day, they both witnessed a really like messed up murder of like one of their friends, and that's kind of what binds them together. But it's just one of those, it's almost impossible to describe it in full without giving it away. But very different from Punch Drunk Love, and just I think a really cool movie to follow it up with. Especially for people who may not have gone out of their way to see it.
Yeah, I think that's a good way. Again, I think it's a good way to do it. We're like the way you explained it with the internal versus external, really cool themes to think about there. And yeah, 100%. I've never heard of this movie before. So like jump from something like Punch Drunk Love to this, I'd be like, the first 20 minutes, I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, and they're both meek salesman characters. And I mean, that's really the through line, I guess, for the, what ties them together. But if you wanted to check out Tokyo Fist, Arrow has put it out. And it was on their streaming service for a while. It probably still is, but I don't know that for sure.
Ian, what about you, man? What are you throwing down?
How many day twos do I get?
You get 2 day twos.
Right? Oh man, it's like the further into the festival, the harder and more different variants I came up with. But ultimately, I ended up on a lot of like sort of feel good themes in the end, just with the style of what I was going for with the camp out.
Until day 3.
Right? Yeah, that's exactly it. We need like a horror day where I can like destroy somebody.
Yeah,
like just plot destruction. So for Friday, I came up with I wanted to do some anime, but I actually came up with Combat the 90s. And
nice.
For the first one, I have the Billy Blanks driven Expect No Mercy, which is just, if you are into that 90s action, direct-to-video Canadian action, it is a very rewarding, nonstop enjoyment film.
It's so good.
It is.
I just remember in the very first scene, there's like, they're doing like some sort of covert operation, and there's like one of the cool 90s henchmen mercenary characters is climbing a fence, and he's just got an iguana perched on his shoulder
like you do,
and he like kisses it and just like sets it down and then just vaults over the fence, and there's like really no explaining it.
And of course this criminal enterprise completely enforced by kung fu. and little else. Yeah.
I mean, that's legit.
Yeah.
I assume every criminal organization has a kung fu part. There's snuff videos that Tank is definitely not watching snuff videos.
Not watching those.
Are all infiltrated by kung fu specialists. It's Tai Chi masters, burning people in tires.
Definitely not using a VPN.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, and again, you got to have a kung fu branch of any kind of like terrorist organization,
The Foot Clan,
anything you got going.
Cobra.
You got to work some kung
Yeah.
fu in there. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just.
I mean, someone's like, you can just stand away from them and shoot them. They're like, no. Kung fu.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, if you're
I mean,
if you're gonna work for bad guys, you got it'd be like being like, all right, you want to work in an office, but you don't know how to type. All right, get the fuck out of here, man. Come on.
they're like,
Kung
you
fu.
know, like a bomb in a briefcase will take out a whole room, or one ninja.
One ninja.
We've all seen Indiana Jones. The sword thing, and then the gun, and it's
Yeah.
pretty much over. Fun fact about Expect No Mercy: it was a video game too. It was a failed video game. They basically ported the original Mortal Kombat and like just put skins from the
Wait,
characters.
Sega Genesis?
Yeah, like the original. Like I think it was also
my
on. It was like intended to be on maybe Super Nintendo. I don't know that for sure though. I
Okay.
just thought that'd be fun to share. I'd
That
love
is
to play
amazing.
That game.
Anytime you want to share any facts about shitty 16-bit graphics where you're just starting to figure out like how to digitize people, I'm here for it.
Everyone looks like it's like Tom Goes to the Mayor.
Yeah, it's like a picture that's like a GIF, and it's like, okay, that's how. Fuck it, no, we're trying. Yeah, and of course, the crazy thing is, like at the time, I'm just like, it's so realistic. It just you can't. Holy shit!
Look
dude.
at these
It's
graphics.
right there. It's like a
Yeah.
It's like
Look at 'em.
It's like
Right.
we're playing a movie.
Yeah, you're just calling everybody in. Look at him, Mom. Look at Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
Mom. It's like, I don't. Dude, this is horrible.
Yeah, and
Mom,
then
look at.
and then moms looked at it and they saw somebody get their head ripped off, their spinal cord hanging out, and then all of a sudden it was a big national emergency and Congress had to weigh in on
true
it.
story.
Right. Al Gore's wife had to get involved.
Ugh, she's the fucking worst.
Children, hide your video games from your parents.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let them see them. Well, okay, so then what are we following this up with?
So, in Kung Fu spirit, we are going with the, if I'm saying his name wrong, Olivier Gruner, 1992 kickboxer-driven movie called Nemesis, where he is a cyborg and ignoring all good advice from any sort of movie, they start the movie off right away with gunshots and continue it pretty much throughout the movie. For brief breaks with, kickboxer action
That's
from
Alex Pune movie, right? Alan Pune?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Great
good
director.
stuff.
Albert.
Albert Pune.
I'm just
that's
looking at it right now.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that first name's wrong, but Pune, yeah.
Yeah,
Great director.
Olivier
Tsung from
Gunnar. Yeah, Shang Tsung is in there.
it? Yeah.
Now, now you say break the rules, and I say to you, when you master the rules, that's when you can break them. And that's when you bust out those gunshots in the beginning.
Here.
Yeah, and that is just one of those movies that is going to give you copious amounts of explosions, gunshots, all sorts of dude rock moments. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So Friday's going to be just a more feel good, have fun time stuff. Yeah,
Rocking out. I mean, anytime you can pack a lot of explosions on a Friday night, that's a good sign.
yeah.
Me and my brother watched this movie on I believe your VHS copy. We were doing a VHS evening. We started it with Steven Seagal's Marked for Death.
Yes.
And then we watched Nemesis, and me
That's
and
the
my
one
brother
with the
were
voodoo
just
bad
like,
guys, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
And me and my brother looked at each other after Nemesis, and we were like, "Yeah, I'm good." I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, but it was just like I don't think I can do another.
It's
take.
it's
I was
a
about to say, I think there's
nonstop
like-
crescendo.
Three or four Nemesis movies.
Yeah.
They're all
Yep.
on Tubi. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
and they're fun. They are fun.
yeah.
They're good fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pune's was infamous for getting money to make a movie for a studio and then saving enough at the end that he's like, well, if we shot at night, I could get like a movie made in 3 days. Yeah, he made the really bad Captain America movie. He did a movie you can probably find on YouTube. It's really hard to find, called Radioactive Dreams with Michael Dudikoff from American Ninja.
Oh my!
Fucking classic.
I am
Yeah,
gonna be
Mad
looking
Max,
at all this.
Mad Max with gangsters, like 30s gangsters. Michael Dudikoff, Radioactive
Yes.
Dreams, great film.
Sounds wild.
Yeah, I love his movies. Yeah, he's a great director.
So for my Friday night, we're going to do the fascist future.
Yes.
We're kicking off a RoboCop. We're
Yes.
like
Friday Fash with RoboCop.
yeah, this is what the people came to see. They wanted to come see a world where, like private businesses are just taking over, eroding cities, and crime is up, and it's just fictional shit like that.
Yeah, never
Yes.
happens.
Yeah, and so it's gonna be a good time. You get to see a man get doused in acid and explode on the front of a car. What? I'll buy
movie-
that for $1. What else you want?
Is meant for the big screen. I'd
Miguel
buy that for
Ferrer.
$1.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. And then I'm stealing another one from you guys you just showed recently. I already stole Mad Max, the Road Warrior from you. I'm also stealing Starship Troopers.
Fuck
because,
yeah.
dude, that movie is
So
just so
good.
much fun.
Yeah.
And it was fun watching it in the
Yes.
theater with you guys, where it was just like you could laugh and like it's a movie that at the time when it came out, people didn't get the joke, and now everybody gets the joke.
Yeah.
And there were first timers there at that show too that you guys were in with us too, which made it even better. There were
Yeah.
so many
Yeah,
guys.
thank
that-
you guys so much for doing that. Again, it's like you got like I appreciate every movie house that does this stuff, but it's like it's just so awesome that you do because it is that like you don't even think about that movie and then you're in front of a bunch of people watching it and you're like, oh, I totally forgot this was a badass movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the movie experience, enjoying it with the crowd. And you guys put that up. Thank you all for that.
Thank
You know,
you.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
It was.
I,
It was so fun to watch with the crowd and just be like, this is a badass movie. Like,
It was a fantastic time, and I think RoboCop into that is excellent too. I mean,
oh yeah.
because I mean, same director, and also there's the sort of like tongue-in-cheek ads in RoboCop play really well with the sort of propaganda videos for like the military and stuff. I think that's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I do want to just like hit real quick with the stuff that you guys have been showing, like it kind of like what Jaimie's saying, where it makes it fun. Like I used to love going to movies, and now I hate going to the movies because I hate people talking and they're on their fucking cell phone and not paying attention and all this. And when I go to see stuff that you guys are putting on, it's not that, because the people that go to these things understand what the movie is and they interact like in the way you should. Where like they're there for the movie, like they're stoked to see the movie. They're laughing, they're enjoying it, and it's like it's just a great vibe. So thank you for making a place where it's fun to go see movies again.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and
Love to
people
hear
miss
it.
And,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, it's great when people make it out, and it's great. I mean, even if people don't enjoy all of this stuff, like people were like, I did not like Sorcerer at all, which I personally can't comprehend, but it's also like, okay, that's cool. Like, I'm glad you came to see it, and you obviously had a strong reaction to it, and that's great. Like,
It's a wrong reaction.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I was
but,
gonna
you know,
say the big thing after our shows is people coming up and saying thank you to us. Is that everybody is really into what we're doing
Yeah.
and they're very appreciative,
Well-
and we love hearing it. Like we thrive on that. We like to hear
I
that
do feel
everybody's having
too,
fun.
like if someone's going to show up to watch a movie that was made, 1990s still, that's like forever ago, much less a 70s movie or something like that. I'm like, this is a different type of person and who's just showing
only
up
had-
on Friday opening to be like, yeah, I don't know, I'm just here to watch
Yeah.
something.
We've only ever had one complaint.
Yeah.
One complaint ever, and it was a serious one.
it was kind of my fault.
I mean, we can share it.
I mean,
right? It's kind of funny.
You can't throw that out there. Be like, we had one thing and
All
sit
right.
on.
Well,
Like, what
yeah,
happened?
well, that's it.
All right.
Well, it happened to you, so you go ahead.
It was certainly a time. So we've kind of switched over to digital ads, but I used to go around and do like posters all over the place and stuff like that and hang them up all over town. And there was a particular art shop that allowed us to hang up a poster in their shop in the university area. And, as a thank you, I said, if you guys want to come to the show, it'll be on us. We'll put you on the guest list. And these 3 young ladies showed up to the show, and it was Takashi Miike's Dead or Alive.
Which, if you haven't seen it,
If you don't do your research, that might be a shocking movie to walk in on.
but to be fair, okay, to be fair, it's funny because that was my choice for September because my birthday month is September, but like 3 days before the event or something like that, Ashley, my girlfriend, was like, "Hey, I got you tickets to see Ween." And I have never seen them before, and it was the same night as the show. And I had planned. I wrote this whole thing about like how, it's really hard to be a human being in a Takashi Miike film, and it's even worse if you're a woman. Like I had all of these like points made out, and I just wasn't there, and then he, go ahead.
So these young ladies come to the show and they sit down, and there's a particular scene where, again, there's a lot of, exploitation and violence that's happening in this movie, but there's one in particular where a young woman in the film is mounted by a dog for a pornographic scene. And
Yeah, it's just like a dude with a camera, like trying to set the dog
casually
up.
mounts
Yeah.
the dog upon her, and I didn't think anything of it at the time, but one of the ladies in this group just got up and walked out and did not come back. I didn't think twice of it because I didn't really care. But I went back for another poster to hang up several weeks later, and she gave me a big earful about not giving any sort of content warning for our shows, and I was just like, pretty much blindsided by that. So now we kind of give some content warnings ahead of time.
Warning: this film includes dog fucking.
Yeah.
Well, at least she left before the kiddie pool full of diarrhea.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, there was much worse to come.
I was like, to be fair, you really probably dodged a lot of bullets by leaving that early.
Yeah. So that was the one and only complaint. For the most part, everybody's pretty much on board.
I guess that's the thing too. Again, it is got to be a bit scary when you go, "Hey, who's seen this movie?" and only a few hands raised. And again, like
I'm about that.
And one thing I think, especially with like Japanese movies, this is where a lot of bad assumptions are. Is like, well, they're Japanese movies. They'll be very calm and reserved, and it's like a Studio Ghibli cartoon, and you're like, no, that is not what you're going to be watching right now.
Eldritch Nightmare.
Yeah.
Your imagination.
Yeah. You're not watching.
This is what happens where you have a country where nobody can have visible tattoos and they pixelate porn. You're gonna have fucked up shit come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
They do have a large organized crime group, pretty
unreal.
popular, and they make a lot of movies about them, and they're not going to put them in a good light. That's what that movie does.
Yeah.
Jaimie, it's main event time. It's Saturday.
Picture it, Saturday. We're going to put this movie fest in October, too. We're just putting it early part of October, so you can still have your horror nights later on in the month. Because I want it fall. I want people in their sweatshirts. October is my month. My birthday's October 19th, 13 days before Halloween. I always felt like that was the great gods of whatever, giving me a gift there, and explanation. So we're starting off the month with my movie fest. It's Saturday night. It is Samurai Saturday night.
Yes.
First off, we're going to start off with like some more death matches, but they're all samurai themed.
Excellent.
Yeah. Then I'm going to bring up my special guest that we talked about who, you mentioned earlier, you're going to bring porn. So you got to understand, Lexi Bell is my favorite porn star since I was like, however, when Lexi Bell started. And
You've been carrying a torch to this lady forever.
My God, man. She has aged like fine wine.
Is she still going?
She does more like... she is like an icon of. She doesn't do porn anymore, but she's kind of just like, hey, I'm super hot still.
She floats in the atmosphere.
Yeah, and she dyed her hair black, and somehow that made her like.
Is she doing the Sasha Grey thing where she's like, I'm on Twitch now?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, she's just
Sasha
like,
Grey,
I don't know,
there's
I'm
a
just
name.
mega hot, and everybody loves me. I'm like, you're not wrong.
Sasha Grey is like considered a filmmaker now.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and she's like a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she figured out. She's like one of the few. Like, well, I think with her, it's also she was somebody who like got into porn when they were like just 18. I think she was like 20, and she was just kind of like, I want to do freak shit for a while, and now I'm gonna go do a life.
And I'm still gonna be able to carry on a bit of that fame to go into this. Yeah. And she always seemed like she was. Sasha Grey, every time they had a conversation with her, you're like, well, that's not a stupid person.
No,
like,
yeah, she seems intelligent, and then she parlayed the whole Twitch thing, which that's porn star retirement home now.
Yeah,
like if you're trying to transition out
Twitch,
of porn, you just go play Fortnite. Like that's where you go now.
So
Excellent.
Miss Bell was in a movie called Samurai Cop 2 because she does do a lot of B movie stuff. She shows up in a lot of B movies. So she was a like evil guard or something in Samurai Cop 2. So I feel like that totally authorizes her to come and open up the Samurai Saturday Night. So Lexi Bell is
That's
on
a good way to
stage.
start it out.
Also, I figured since I got all the money, I'm bringing the Jizza in, and hopefully he's not 3 hours late and doesn't show up and he's drunk the whole time.
That was a bummer of a night.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's going to play a little bit of Liquid Swords.
Solid.
To get us started. So this
Solid.
is, Saturday's already pumped. We are stoked.
No RZA.
Okay.
Well, Jizza did the whole Liquid Swords album, which kind of goes with the. I mean, if RZA wants to show up,
He's a huge kung fu guy.
dude, I will hang out with RZA any day. I've read
Yeah.
I read his books. Like RZA is, I am a big mark for him. If he
Yeah.
wants to show up and just hang out and watch movies with me, and we'll eat vegan food together, it'll be fine. It'll be
Hell
great.
yeah.
But we're gonna start off with 5 Elemental Ninja. Then we're gonna go to Duel to the Death, and since there's the 3 movies, we're ending it with one of my all-time favorite greats. One of my stories I've regurgitated. Actually, I have just drew a 1-page comic book for the next issue of Rob's video, talking about the first time I've ever found a bootleg tape of it to finally watch Lone Wolf and fucking Cub.
Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
never seen
that's
this. I want to see
Oh,
this.
Tank,
yeah.
we are going to have a
Dude.
hangout bro night and watch this movie.
So yeah, you got to do Lone Wolf and Cub. And actually, on a separate note, I just made that he got in Aliens the other day for the first time.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Welcome to the club.
But
Yeah.
yes, Lone Wolf and Cub. Got to
It's
get
phenomenal.
that one in.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it, and I've heard plenty about it.
We might all have to have a date.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lone
I-
Wolf
dude,
and
I
Cub
always-
is where
yeah.
it's at.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
So 5 Elemental Ninjas is about, it is a Chinese-made kung fu movie. I believe it is may have been a Shaw Brothers film. I'm pretty sure it's Shaw Brothers. So in the studio, one big thing that they would always show is Chinese martial arts always defeats Japanese martial arts. It's just
Yeah.
very obvious rule. It's kind of like maybe there was issues like 30 years before the 70s when they were making these. Who knows? They're still carrying it over a little bit. Weird.
Wow.
If you know a little bit about the politics of these two cultures with each other,
Asian countries having beef. Who knew?
Who knew
Oh,
they
anybody
weren't?
This is
who's
the
ever
first we've
studied
heard
world
of it.
history.
yeah.
I
I
don't-
was like, weird.
I've never
It's like,
heard of this. Yeah.
What would have ever pissed off people that Run Shaw, that ran the Shaw Brothers about it?
It really is amazing, like how many people you will run into who don't know world history, and
Yeah.
like they're just like, yeah, like
They're-
Asian people get along. It's like, no, you
Yeah.
don't. Have
You
you?
mean- you mean-
Are you ever like read a fucking history book on
Yeah.
any level,
People
or
are-
have you? What the fuck are we doing
Not
here?
at all. Not at all. I mean, when I was a kid watching Shaw Brothers, I was like, man, they just really hate ninjas. But then later when I actually learned history, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, that'll do it.
makes a little sense. I mean, maybe we're saying something. But anyway, this is about a bunch of samurai comes. He challenges the Shaolin guys. Shaolin guys just fuck up these samurais like there's no tomorrow. They're jokes. Last Samurai gets really pissed off about it, and he's like, I'm defeated, but letting you all know, the 5 Elemental Ninjas are coming for you. They're going to prove that you're wrong. And the Shaolin guys are like, just send them. We don't care. They're ninjas. We've killed ninjas before. The thing is the ninjas are all based on different elements. There's a wood ninja, a water ninja, a gold ninja,
Is this the Captain Planet of fucking ninjas?
total Captain Planet. All of them have different,
yes.
the wood ninjas are all in brown outfits. The gold is obviously in gold. And they're using certain skills and camouflage and things like that, and they wreck the Shaolin monks. They kill everybody except one guy. One, Chinese Avenger type guy, and he's just gets away with barely in his life, as most Shaw Brother movies are. He goes back to his sensei, who happens to be also kind of like a former ninja who understands how the elements work, and he's like, no, I'm going to teach you how to use their skills against them.
I love this in a movie. I love anything where you get your ass whooped and then you level up and you come back and you fuck dudes up.
And you come back and you wreck them. So he learns all the ways. He learns that when the gold shoots, their whole thing is they have their weapons are gold as well, and they shoot them in the sun and blind you. Then as one blinds you, another one just comes in and takes the death shot or kill shot or whatever. So he learns to deflect his eyes and kill the guy that tried to kill him and then stab him. But he brings 3 other randomly, as martial art films are, there's just 3 guys that show up and go, oh yeah, we're all badasses too. We'll train with your sensei and help you. We're brothers. We hate the Japanese.
Which is also an awesome thing in fucking kung fu movies where it is just how am I going to beat this entire army of dudes? Oh, random badass 1, 2, and 3 show up, and they all got their own cool thing going
Oh yeah,
on.
yeah. I also love the fact too. Always in these movies, the thing that fascinates me is there's always a sensei and or teacher who, when the guy is first defeated or trying to learn something, Sensei comes in, whoops his ass,
Yep.
right? But then there's a big bad that the Sensei can't beat anymore because he's too old.
Yeah.
But he can whoop this guy's ass, but he gets him up to par with this guy and then sends him at him to take him out.
Bonus points if the old master that's training the new kid was put out of commission by the big
the old
bad.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
As an aging martial artist, I'm like now feel myself turning into the old man. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely the guy who's getting my ass whooped and teaching a kid how to fight. So, but they go off, they fight the ninjas, and as sadly most of the Shaw Brothers movies, I'm spoiling this like movie made in the 70s. You know, to beat them all, he has to die for it. Friggin' great movie though, great way to start the night. There's crazy ninjas in crazy outfits fighting crazy other kung fu guys. So then we go to Duel to the Death. Duel to the fucking Death is like, outside of Lone Wolf and Cub, which there is a nostalgia element for me, Duel to the Death is one of my opinion, best filmed, beautiful movies that is batshit bonkers kung fu movie. So what it is Chinese and Japanese people don't like each other in this film.
Yeah.
Allegedly. But it's the best Chinese swordsman and the best like traditional Japanese kendo samurai type guy are going to meet on an island that's in between China and Japan, climb up to the top of this hill, battle each other at like sunset, or I think it's sunrise. And whoever wins kind of proves that their country's dominance for the next 10 or 12 years as they train another person to send here and do this.
All right.
So in that, and this is one movie I did really love the fact of too, is like they kind of do acknowledge like, hey, you know, it's not like our guys are any better than your guys on a lot of levels. And so as these two men who are bravely doing the deed are sent there, ninjas are sent to take out the Chinese guy. Chinese swordsmen are sent to take out the Japanese guy. The Shaolin monk who taught the Chinese swordsman is trying to stop like anybody from involving themselves in this fight and try to like speak some sense to everybody because he's a monk who gets the bigger picture. And sadly, both men, by the time it's over, meet each other before they even get up to the hill and kind of have to work together, stopping everybody else from killing anybody so they can get up on top of the hill and kill each other. And again, it's one of those movies where, yeah, and the thing I love about this film is something my personal beliefs of just like, you can have a lot of different big world picture beliefs in somebody, but when you're standing right next to him, like you realize like, oh, you're a human too. Like we got to work together because there's a lot of elements outside of us trying to fuck us, you know? And I think that movie was trying to state that, like, especially with those cultures. And it's, but also while it's doing that, there is like literally a giant maid of ninjas holding each other that walk up to the Shaolin monk and then fall apart into like 30 ninjas that battle the monk. It even gets better because you know what a Shaolin monk is not allowed to see? Naked women. So one of the ninjas happens to pull her top open and exposes her boobs to the Shaolin monk.
Wait, we got
Kryptonite.
Naked ninjas, yeah. I know, Dear Diary.
naked ninjas dumping them out. This is what's going on.
Yeah, to fight the monk. So the monk has to block his eyes from her boobs while blocking all of the strikes that she's attacking him with.
Not pixelated.
Oh no, these are boobs.
How does this movie not have an Oscar? At least an Oscar.
Oh my God, dude. And once it gets on the hill, once we finally got through everything, and because the whole movie, you're like, well, these guys like each other. Like they understand the warrior spirit in each other. They grasp it.
Kumite begins.
Yeah, they get up the top, and it's like, you're going, well, they're not going to fight. And it's like, no, the movie's called Duel to the Death. And when that scene happens, they made that
it's
a
getting
scene.
going
Like,
now.
and I don't want to spoil that movie. Like
Yeah.
I it's on Tubi.
I'm going for it tonight.
Yeah, watch that movie and like watch your heart swell. Like it is just by the end of it, you're like, fuck.
So okay, so if you're putting this in the middle spot, like what? What are you capping off with?
I'm going with Lone Wolf and Cub. I'm explaining this.
Absolute destruction. of
I'm
the
explaining the
audience.
story. Yeah, I as a kid in high school, listening to Liquid Swords and hearing every intro to that and going, I want to see that movie so bad, having no way to figure out how to get it. I think I was in my second year of art school. We took like a trip up to New York. I walked into like this cheap ass, like crazy shop full of bootleg videos. And sure enough, I looked over and Shogun Assassin bootleg VHS is sitting on the thing. I immediately picked it up, and right to the other side was Japanese bleeped out pornos. So I immediately was like, Lone Wolf, 2 pornos, up to the counter. and as my comic says that is in the Ross video, the guy looked at me and he's like, you know all the good parts are fuzzed out. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, man. I don't care. And then like got home. I don't know if I watched the pornos first or the Lone Wolf, but they got watched very quickly. And I probably watched that movie like 100 times. And now I have the very nice Criterion box set with, every Shogun Assassin films and Lone Wolf
And
Cubs
the porn, right?
Well, no, the porn sadly is gone. Yeah. Yeah. Sadly. There's times I regret. I'm like, but
That's what you need to bring back. A lot of people right now are collecting VHS tapes and DVDs because they want physical media. It's time to start bringing back physical media porn.
no, dude,
it's
there's still a culture.
it's
Oh yeah, there's
strong.
a culture.
Oh,
of
is it
yeah.
back? Is there a culture?
Oh, it's there, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like
Yeah.
Vinegar Syndrome's bread and
Yeah,
butter.
I'm just putting it out right
is
now.
old school Gonzo tapes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Holy shit.
Well, Vinegar
Yeah.
Syndrome puts out like the 80s and 70s like actual films, but there is companies now starting to go back into the 90s.
Severin's got
early
some
nought
90s stuff, softcore.
Yeah, there's a
in and out of
movie
there,
when I was like in the early noughts. We used to go up the Lions Den right outside of Columbus, and I bought a movie one time. It was VHS. It was called Sex Life of Clowns, and it had Jenna Fine on her knees getting ready to give a blowjob to a clown. Was the cover? I mean, it's burned into my goddamn brain, and to this day, you can't find it anywhere online. Like I have tried to track the movie. I would buy it. And sure enough, at that damn Dead Formats, the tape guy, VHS Madness or whatever, he posted. He found it last year and bought it. And I was like, you motherfucker. Like how did you do this?
And I've definitely got a Big Easy double feature from Severin, I believe. It was just 2 softcores shot in Louisiana in the 90s.
Oh, no, I know
And
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've got that.
Oh, yeah,
one.
I got that
It's
too.
good
course.
fun stuff out there with the softcore porn revitalization, if you will, restoration effort.
So, Tank, I am just sending it to your audience. If anyone has an extra copy on VHS of Sex Life of Clowns, I will happily buy it from you. Just put it out in the universe. I know your audience. Someone's got it.
If you've got it ready to ship,
Yeah.
there's a buyer.
Yeah.
Listener, if you can help, please help.
Yeah, but Shogun Assassin is the final movie. It is. There's nothing really to say about it. It is a samurai movie of samurai movies. They took the Lone Wolf and Cub, the first, I think it's 2 or 3 movies, cut it down, made one film, ultra bloody, great music to it, great the overdubbing of the little boy telling the story of his samurai father, who is just the baddest man on earth, and just him wrecking everybody. And it's just a bloody good time. And it is how I would end the night. Just, I feel like by the time that movie's over, everybody's screaming.
Wow. This is quite the Saturday. I can't fuck with this lineup. It's great. I'm totally sold on this. I want this to happen. Andy, what about you, man? Let's get into your 3. So I'm interested with you because, like, so far everything has been like a mirror or like a reverse mirror where it's like, hey, I'm showing this film and now it's the opposite. Now you got to add a third film into the equation. How do you approach this?
So I guess that's not as much of like a yin and yang as you put it. It's more just sort of kind of notching up the weird. Mm-hmm. So this is my day 3 is called Increasingly Weird and Horny.
Ooh.
Jaimie Filer, first.
I think that's my biography. That title.
Yeah, so movie number 1 is Malibu Express, directed by Andy Sedaris. It's about a womanizing private detective. He's assigned to investigate who's behind the high-tech computer technology leaks to the Russians. But, I mean, that is just not what the movie is. Like, it's every... I mean, and I do mean every woman that he meets wants to fuck him. And he
Is
does.
trying to,
And
yeah.
he does. And but there's, like, sort of like this sort of silly, like, oh, ha, 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 nature to all of it. Like, to the point where even, like, throughout the movie... There's this family. I'm blanking on what their names are, but it's just like this like very cartoonishly hillbilly family that's always challenging him to street races. And like they have this like jalopy that they use like nitrous and like all these just different like scientific things that aren't real. And it's just so bizarre. And I think it's a really light, fun way to start. But yeah, I love the gimmick that he's a terrible shot. Like he just carries the huge Dirty Harry. Doesn't he? I think he quotes Dirty Harry 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But he just can't hit a fucking shot to save his life. But yeah, it's definitely
But he can lay pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He
can do
hits that shot real well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, like if Bradley Cooper was in a Russ Meyer movie.
I was gonna say like it kind of sounds like you're describing the the fucking movie from Boogie Nights where Marky Mark and John C. Reilly become like Chess Brockwell and like, what's Marky Mark's name?
Yeah,
yeah,
I forget.
yeah, where they're like running around as detectives and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like it's action, but it's sexy.
Yeah, but there's this like really great filter over the whole thing that just it's really fun, it's pretty funny, and it's just like I can't believe somebody made this. I probably my favorite of his movies. I mean, Hard Ticket to
Really?
Hawaii. Yeah. I
Oh,
think
wow.
so. I mean, Hard Ticket to Hawaii is the one that you start with. Like I don't mean like it's not entry level by any means. It's just like when you're referring a movie like this, like a B action comedy, whatever you want to call it, you want to show the most ridiculous one first, because it's like you got to check this out, because you show them Hard Ticket to Hawaii, and then somebody's getting killed with a frisbee or like doing a handstand on a skateboard holding a blow up doll, and like just gets killed with a rocket launcher. Like you're kind of going for that. But yeah, Malibu Express, I think is, I would probably rewatch it again more.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the pro wrestler Buff Bagwell?
Oh yes,
No.
absolutely.
So in
Yeah.
two of the Andy Serkis movies, one of them, Buff Bagwell, is, and I don't know the titles, I'm sorry which ones it is, but there's one where Buff Bagwell dresses like a Native American, and he's a bad guy.
This tracks, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this dude is white as
This
like,
Savage Beach.
Oh
He's
my
as pale
God.
as me.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
but he dresses as a native, like literally like war paint on his face, and he kills a man in the middle of a ring, like using pro wrestling moves, but kills the man. I'm gonna
Well,
spoil
yeah.
this. So the second movie, like randomly another movie entirely, Buff Bagwell shows back up and he goes, and they're like, "You're the bad guy," and he's like, "No, I was playing a part. Like I was working for the other group, and that guy happened to molest kids, so I didn't feel bad when I killed him." That's literally what they say. Like, he's like, he molested kids,
Jiminy
so I fucking
Christmas.
killed him. Which I'm like, well, I mean, I don't feel bad about the guy now, but like, this is how you cover from this, like.
Oh yeah, there's some serious unchecked, like politically incorrect humor
yeah.
in all of those movies.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, great. I mean, Harold Diamond, the guy who's like the sidekick in Hard Ticket, and he's in the other two. That dude is always acting in a different movie, like from the rest of the cast. But he's just like, there's something you cannot look away from. And fun fact, that is Mike D from the Beastie Boys' dad.
Really?
No
Yeah.
shit.
Oh my god, I did not know that.
You had something to say?
What's that? No,
I thought you were gonna.
sorry.
No, you're good. So go from Malibu Express right into something that's a lot less fun. We are going into probably the prime feature, the one that's sort of like the meat, as I put it strangely. I don't know why I said.
The hog.
Yeah, this is the hog. I love Toby Hooper. So we are going to go into the Funhouse.
Oh yes.
Oh, I've heard of, never seen.
Yes.
It's a dark movie, and it's really grimy and greasy. But it like most of his other movies, it just kind of feels like you're trapped in a nightmare for a little bit. Mm-hmm. This teenager sneaks out to go to the carnival as it's coming through town, and one of the group that they're with is like, "Hey, let's stay overnight in the fun house." So they stay until after hours, and it turns out that there's like a sort of inbred mutated creature. I think its name is the character's name is Gunther, who is just like sort of this secret that they're keeping from the public, and you kind of get put into this like drama behind the scenes of the carnival, but there's also very strong horror vibes throughout, because it's a lot of like, if you breathe too loud right now, they're going to find you, but you're just kind of like a fly on the wall in these situations. And it's a really tense, fun, gross, like just really cool movie.
I will say, if you give me something inbred in the movie, I'm usually into it. Like,
Yeah.
like I enjoy like
You're gonna be
that's-
horrified.
Yeah, that's like because it's always like a fucking weird thing. It's like The Hills Have Eyes. It's the whole thing with like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, of course, also a Toby Hooper movie. Or like it just what's the movie? Not The Strangers, but the one where it's like
Wrong Turn.
Yeah, Wrong Turn.
Oh, yeah.
Like that whole
Yeah.
thing. Like anytime you introduce like weird inbred characters, it just adds a weird element of like, ugh. And then it's really fucked up.
Yeah, Shout Factory did a really good restoration of it. I recommend checking it out. It's just a movie that it's kind of, I don't know, it stuck with me very much so. And so after this movie, the final girl has made it through the funhouse and the sun is rising and there's just like this evil laugh just sort of guiding her out. So I think we're going to kind of need a little bit of a palate cleanser. So my special guests for the weekend, this is a wild list. It's kind of giving away what my third movie is too, but I will. Special guests, we have Robert De Niro, Bo Svensson, Adam Sandler, Shinya Tsukamoto, Harold Diamond, William Finley, and the creature from my last movie, Extro. The actual creature.
Bravo.
And all of these actors having the most unhinged roundtable acting discussion. But people are going to go into the third movie and they're going to see Extro, which if you have not seen it, it is, I mean, on my list of movies, it is the bonkers movie. It focuses on a guy who gets abducted by aliens, but really it's just like a beam of light just like sucks him up. And then 3 years later, the beam of light returns and plants a seed in the earth, and then this like half man creature alien that walks on all fours comes out of the ground and it gets hit by a car, and it basically ends up inseminating a woman who then gives birth to the man who disappeared, or basically a carbon copy of him.
Sure. Yeah.
And from there, he just takes on all kinds of different forms. It's wild. There's a part with
Such a great movie.
Yeah, it's sort of like, I guess you might call it. Is it like cosmic horror in the sense that
Yeah,
like
for sure.
there's
Yeah.
something in control of everything. It's
Absolutely
not. It's like
cosmic
it's
horror,
almost
yeah.
like it. Like it isn't Pennywise necessarily, but the creature form that it is taking is this alien, and it takes over.
Not a lot of context behind it. Yeah.
No, not at all. And it takes over it turns into a giant action figure, and goes and like murders
Extro is an
somebody.
amazing movie.
Yeah, it brings to life this like clown doll. Yeah. So I mean, it will.
It's a crushing blow.
It will ruin you. It's a lot of fun though. It's really.
So that has. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, can I ask this one thing real quick? For the round table, is Extro in character? Like is it wearing the suit at the round
I'm
table?
thinking the actual alien.
Hell yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Oh, and a thing that I didn't cover. We're gonna have a Jerry Bear, like the Grateful Dead bear, mascot, giving out free edibles and drugs. And we're going to have a Chuck E. Cheese, an original Chuck E. Cheese, walking around shaking his finger at people who try to leave.
Will there be an animatronic band there? Pasquale in the band?
That's pending.
I mean, you got to see how much. I mean,
see what
Extra
book-
is probably not cheap. I would assume that's not cheap to get.
To get the alien?
Yeah, it's a long flight.
Yeah,
big it's a
more
big
just
order.
You're bringing
manipulating.
one dude in from Japan. You're bringing an alien in.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have an unlimited
budget.
here.
We're
so,
gonna
I mean,
we're gonna have no translator for the Japanese guy.
Yeah.
But my hope is I'm gonna sit him next to
in
Robert
this
De Niro.
unlimited budget,
And
he gets
because no, it's supposed to be unhinged. But with this, my thinking is if I sit him next to Robert De Niro, I think Robert De Niro probably knows a little bit of Japanese because he owns Nobu, and he's like he goes to Japan and does business and stuff like that. So that's about as much help as I'm going to give the audience in that regard.
He said he liked playing it. He liked it.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
I've got a quick
Said it's good.
I've got a quick lightning round question for the guys that have a bunch of horror. If you're going to do a triple feature, are you going to use horror as like the palate cleanser, the nonstop assault, or like the finisher on the night?
it just depends.
Yeah, it's a wide open valley.
Depends on what horror.
Yeah, what you were showing.
Lightning round, go, Jaimie first.
If I'm doing, we're just doing two pure horror.
If you're doing a triple feature, and there's horror involved, is it going to be nonstop horror? Is it going to be like in the middle, like a palate cleanser, or is it your finisher?
If I'm going to do horror, it's going to be nonstop.
All right, nonstop, Andy.
Yeah, I would say probably just I would do nonstop, but 3 different types of maximum horror.
I like that. I obviously I'm doing a lot of feel good stuff, so I'm going to do something that's going to make you feel all right, and then absolutely destroy you at the end.
Yeah, I think I would do, if I was going to do horror in this way, I'd do like Tucker and Dale. I would do Army of Darkness. And I would do British zombie movie.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. Yeah.
That's great.
Excellent.
Like where
Excellent.
it's like it hits the horror, but it's also fun and everybody can like have a good time. It's one of those things where like you get your horror itch, but at the same time, you can like bring somebody who maybe is not super into super gory movies, or the idea of like being like jump scared and they could hang out and chill.
Dude, it's crazy how Shaun of the Dead hits so many of the boxes when you're watching it all these years later. Almost, was it 25, 27 years later?
Yeah.
There's still some like legitimately scary scenes, you know, and of course a main character goes down. It's a good one.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking like Dracula, Bela Lugosi Dracula, then a like Dracula 2000 AD from Hammer,
Fun.
and then it ends with Near Dark. Because it's just like
Near Dark. Yeah,
it's
nice
like
way to
kind
end
of
it. Nice way to end it.
American Gothic, British Gothic, a fucking wild mess.
Okay. Nice.
I guess are we picking 3?
Fuck it.
I would start with Alice, Sweet Alice, because I love that movie. And it's a wrecking ball towards the beginning, and then it gets kind of wacky and fun. And then I would probably roll into, I don't want to steal this one out from under you, but maybe The Church.
Oh, he's bastard. All right, I'll pivot. Go for it. I can do it. Go for it. Take
Michele
it.
Soavi's The Church.
That's a great one.
It's so. I mean, it's fantastic, and it's not.
Such a good movie.
It's not really.
Try to do it.
Yeah, yeah. It's not really like his other 2 like horror type movies.
No.
It really does kind of feel like
It hits
a
so
meaningful carbon
Yes.
copy of like a Dario Argento movie.
Yeah, I mean it was. The rumor was it was Demons 3, right?
That
Ooh.
would totally make sense.
I'm gonna look into that. If
And
that's
I
true,
know.
that's
Well,
amazing.
I mean, Argento.
That was the goal.
Produced it, I
I
think.
think the goal was originally there was talk about like it's Demons 3 as an idea, and if you context that and watch it, you can see like a few things are switched. This would be Demons, a Demons movie, quote unquote.
Okay, so Alice, Sweet Alice, The Church, and then into a underseen slasher classic. I would go with The Prowler.
Great movie.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Very good movie.
My goodness.
Pitchfork
All right.
kills.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Original Tom Savini special effects.
Oh yeah.
That would be. I don't even know how I would pivot. I'd honestly probably pivot back to an Ernest film, and since Ernest Goes to Camp was thrown out there, you kind of made me thinking about that one. So we'll start off with Ernest to make people laugh.
Like Scared Stupid.
Yeah. Ooh, no, I was going to do Ernest Goes to Camp.
Okay.
Yeah, Ernest Goes to Camp, because it's going to be, you start off real slow. And then, I don't even know, we could go off all sorts of different ones. What would I do? Honestly, the third and final act, I'll just jump to that one. After some feel-goodery, the one that we're going to be going with in November is Solo.
You were telling me about this.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and announce that one too. So for Election Eve special, we have arranged to do Pier Paolo Pasolini's final film, Solo. as an election eve special.
I'm really nervous about that.
Is this
And,
worse than dog fucking? Like, what are we talking here?
Yeah, it's gonna be like feces fed to
Children.
people. Yeah, it's a bunch of fascists in Italy decide to have a special weekend to themselves, and
Do you know who Marquis de Sade is?
Yes.
it's
based off of-
adapted from one of his novels.
Ah, Jesus Christ. All right. Well,
So,
yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to figure out what the fucking bridge is between this and Ernest.
yeah, no, that's exactly it. Like
Exactly.
you use if you're
Ernest
using like
remade
horror to put like a stamp on the evening, you put like the real fun, like feel good stuff up front, and then you like go into Solo and you're like, oh, this is a very well shot movie. And then as you get, once you hit about the 15, 17-minute mark, you're like, oh God.
You are usually rallying for Eric's Revenge.
There's always that. That could be the middle one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be the middle one. Eric's Revenge. That's a good one right
Or
there,
what was
buddy.
that other one? The Doom Asylum?
Doom Asylum. Oh my gosh, where he gives the Ronald Reagan soliloquy as he's like murdering teenage co-eds throughout an abandoned building because they had zero budget to bill. Yes.
All right. Well, so after the horror side quest, back
Sorry
into the
about
main
that.
quest. No, dude.
Yeah.
Again, that's the entire show. Again, rants and rabbit holes. That's what this is. What are you throwing down for 3 flicks in a row on Saturday night?
On my day 3, of course, I have like a couple variants, but the one that I came up with, my theme is technically I'm a criminal. And to start it off, I wanted to do Rancho Deluxe, which is did you say that is acid western? Did you say that?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, it's definitely it's a hippie western for sure.
Jeff Bridges and oh goodness, I just spaced on his name.
Sam Waterston
Sam Waterston
playing a Native American character,
Yes.
half Native American.
They are cattle rustlers, so they are going throughout Montana big country, cutting up cattle with a chainsaw,
Like you
smoking
do.
weed, and generally getting caught doing it all.
Having sex in the hills.
Yep, it's just.
Wait, with each other?
No, with women.
Oh, okay.
I mean, at the end of the movie, it's a little ambiguous. But yes,
It has a Brokeback Mountain.
there is definitely a Brokeback Mountain scene at the end of the movie.
It's fantastic.
It
I love
is
this choice.
It's a good one. It's a great Rancho Deluxe is a fun
It's
one.
also got Slim Pickens.
Yeah.
And we got Harry Dean Stanton.
Harry Dean Stanton.
Harry
Yep.
Dean
Young
Stanton.
Harry Dean. Yeah, it's great. It's a fantastic movie.
For number 2, one that I wrote an article about for Rob's videos is Warren Oates' led The Cockfighter. Really like that one. It's a absolutely wild movie based off of a Charles Willoughby novel of the same name about a cockfighter, and you are taken inside that world. Warren Oates plays a mute person throughout the entire film, and just something that is impossible to see.
Another Kentucky guy too.
Yep. Where is it, Louisville?
That I don't
believe
know.
He's a Louisville or no. Jim Varney was Lexington.
I think he was like
Yeah.
Appalachian.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then. So, Cockfighter, it's just one of those movies that you're a protagonist, but he is technically very much a bad guy.
I also hope you were selling Cockfighter merch at this festival.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's
There
gonna
will
be cockfights.
There will be cockfighting. Yes, there will be there will be cockfighting. There will be a wrestling match to the death, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that one. To finish it off, I'm a fan of Robert Forster, so Walking the Edge is going to be kind of where we finish it off, where, again, it's all sort of feel-good stuff, but just with theme on day 3, technically I'm a criminal. All of these people are protagonists of their own films, but they're all criminals. They're all bad guys in these films.
It's interesting rooting for the bad guy.
Yeah.
It is an interesting dynamic. You're
My
anti-hero.
My wife and I are going through this right now. She's never watched The Sopranos 25th anniversary, so we're watching the entire series.
Her first watch through.
Yeah. And it's interesting seeing her watch because there's like times we find ourselves being like, "Hey, Tony," and then we're like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he's a piece of shit. This guy fucking sucks." And
It's such a
everybody
good show.
that he is involved with, like all these people are terrible. But you find yourselves at different points being like, "Oh, hey, this,
They're funny.
yeah."
They're so funny and they're so petty and they're so, yeah, it's great. I love that two of your day 3 choices are put out by Fun City Editions.
Yeah, he's a great curator. Yeah.
So I'm gonna wind my thing down with my Saturday is at least something cool killed you.
I love that. That's a great theme.
Ian's ears visibly perked
Yeah.
up.
We're
I
showing,
want a shirt that says that for that. day,
Right.
too.
we're showing Alien. We're showing The Thing. We're capping off a Predator.
Perfect.
Like again, it's a big festival. We're bringing in my festival is the Normie Fest. Like mine is like, hey, you've heard of this? It's cool. It's coming to. It's the kind of thing where Couple Creeps is going to be like, we can't come. This is way too normie, and that's fine. Because
I disagree.
That's fine. Yeah. No,
I disagree. Yeah, I mean it's awesome. I mean it's
And I think like really, especially with a younger viewer audience, they wouldn't know half those movies. Like it's amazing how many people I work with when I'm talking about The Thing, they just blank stare at me.
no, you could still hook in a lot of first
Yeah.
timers.
Yeah,
And they
I
would be
think it's great.
blown away by all three of those movies. They're so good. It
And
doesn't matter, they're amazing movies.
And it's like the fact that like just seeing the stuff on the big screen and having
Yeah.
the experience, because this is like stuff that like I've just never seen on a big screen, and I would like to. And again, for me, it's the whole experience of like enjoying something that you like with other people that also like it. Like the idea of like seeing Predator with like a bunch of other people. Oh, hell
Which
yeah,
of those have you not seen on the big screen that you want to?
None of them. I've never seen Alien, never seen The Thing, never seen Predator. So, all right.
Put it out in the universe.
Well,
so.
that's fun. I actually just saw Predator at Cinemark because it was like the 40th anniversary, and I think I was at your place, and I was like, I just kept picturing that Harry Dean Stanton in Alien is Harry Dean Stanton from Repo Man, but it's just like somehow he got like frozen and thawed out in the far future, because they're just both like. They just have the same sort of like, oh, fuck it, man, like type attitude.
Dude, we could definitely get those on a big screen for you.
We
my
showed
guy.
The Thing.
We've shown The Thing, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, exactly. All of those are definitely obtainable.
Awesome.
I
Okay.
love Predator. I think Predator is incredible.
Predator's so
Predator's
damn
overdue. I
badass.
think we might have to pencil that in
Predator's
for a summer
so badass.
screening, I think.
Yeah.
It's so good. I saw something online there.
There you go. You just helped our summer schedule.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm here for.
Dude, how do you hate Predator? Like,
But
you know what I mean? It's
seriously,
just so good.
That's a great movie. It's wonderful. It should be seen on the big screen.
I saw something the other day where it was online, and I couldn't tell if it was fiction or not, where it's like married men rank Predator higher than Marriage, and I'm like, I mean, it is a perfect film. Like, I
I
mean,
mean, I love my wife.
What was
I-
the theatrical
but-
release on that? It was 92?
no,
I think it was the
84, 85.
No.
I'm gonna
Oh
guess.
yes.
Yeah,
the
'cause it-
80s.
Was a sequel out in the 90s? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like that came out.
Yeah,
right?
Predator 2
Early
came out.
90s.
Predator
in the
2
90s.
was 91,
Yeah,
92. That's
yes,
what it
exactly.
was.
Yes,
Okay.
because Predator 2 is like
In
the
LA, gun
and,
LA.
and,
Yeah.
and it's also like a weird like in the future where it's like it came out in like 90 or 91. It's like in 1998. It's like, oh my god, society
So in the
has
future.
fallen so far in like less than a
in
decade.
LA, we have a voodoo priest.
Yeah.
who's gonna
And
fight
no
a predator.
AC.
No AC.
Well, again, and what we were talking about earlier, like Marked for Death or Hard to Kill, where it's like they also had voodoo gangs. Why were voodoo gangs so
a
prominent
thing.
in the 90s?
Yeah.
and
They're
80s?
all over the place in the 90s.
Yeah, watch out, man. Fucking, I don't know. Don't trust it. All right. Well, okay. So let's do this. Special guest, Jaimie. You said most of yours. Is there anybody else that you're bringing in besides hot ex porn stars and Jizza?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's a
my
good
special
question, bud.
guests, too. I've got 'em.
Well, I mean, with deathmatch pro wrestlers, and just nothing I can think of. No, special guest wise, I think that would be it.
All right. I'm stoked to see John Wayne Murdoch like fucking hit somebody in the head with a light tube at your show.
Just
It's gonna
blasting
rock.
light tubes that are painted to look like samurai swords.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna rock.
Samurai deathmatch.
Sick.
You definitely got to get. Do you think you can get Anita for that? Yeah. Okay. You know what?
Well, yeah,
Since we don't have the money, we are getting Anita.
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
show.
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, again, Samurai
Yeah.
Saturday. I'm like, but you gotta come.
You gotta get Anita. You gotta be there.
I'm like, do you smoke still? Can you do the
He's
cigarette?
there's
He's
no
like,
way he's not
my face
smoking.
has been on fire 300 times, sir. I'm being a bomb match for you.
I was dumb enough to jump in a Japanese river after I got cut all over my body, and guess what? You get infections when that happens.
Weird how that works. Yeah.
Yo, shout out Anita.
Shout out indeed.
So, all right, Andy, you got the round table of just who are you emceeing the round table? Like, who is controlling this round table of madness?
Well, in my wildest dreams, it would be Sam Kinison doing the Q&A.
Perfect.
Just screaming at everyone.
Just-
I'd also love to have him doing a set between maybe every movie. I don't know. I don't know. I think, the only... what I always kind of landed back on was, like, I think comedians might be fun. Yeah.
Would you be cool with like a hologram Sam Kinison?
Yes.
Just like,
Yeah.
Like,
he's like 40 feet tall Godzilla Sam Kinison. just barking at the crowd.
doing hologram coke.
Yeah, while they're on edibles, just flipping their
Well,
phones.
if we're going hologram, I'd also get a Rodney Dangerfield hologram.
And then
Thank
could they
God.
Hell yeah, dude.
Could they do
Thank
like
God.
a fight like Hedorah and Godzilla, type thing across the audience?
If this guy was in charge of the holograms,
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched Hedorah versus Godzilla yesterday.
Oh my. Yeah.
You have to remind. I have a Godzilla and Hedorah tattoo, so I'll have to.
What? Yes. Please.
Guys,
That's my thighs.
Yes.
If we can just please get a hologram versus between Sam Kinison and Rodney Dangerfield from Back to
Back
School.
to school, yeah.
Yeah, if we can get that in hologram format,
Ooh.
let's make that happen.
I get no respect, even as a hologram.
Yeah.
I unironically love the movie Back to School. It's
yeah.
so
It's-
funny.
it's
yeah,
great.
it's
so
yeah,
funny.
It's excellent.
The movie
a
rocks.
perfect 80s movie.
Oh, it's got fucking Iron Man in it.
Yeah. Robert Downey Jr.'s in it. And
Paulie from Rocky's in it. And Paulie from Rocky is the heavy, which is weird.
I'm blanking on his name right now. But the guy from the main actor from Carrie, and he's in Dress to Kill, he's like his son.
Whoa. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really, I didn't
Holy
know that.
shit.
I forget what his name is. You know it too. Yeah. I can't.
We'll figure it out. We'll come back. We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So anyway,
holograms.
yeah. I've got a fun little death match set up. Of course, there's lots of basically mine's the hangout fest. I don't know. I feel like a Midwest redneck at heart, and I like wrestling. So for this, we have the lunatic matchup of Steven Spielberg and Roger Rabbit versus the zombies of Jim Varney and Warren Oates in a death match at the central point of all of this. And that's pretty much it. Oliver Reed, his zombie can, narrate all of this as we wish.
Or the zombies, the heels. I feel like the zombies had to be the heels.
I don't know. I feel like
It's hard-
Steven Spielberg could handle a heel role,
Yeah,
but
it's hard for me to root against Jim Varney.
It is really hard to root against him, even in the undead form. So,
Even in the undead form of Elvis, I can't root against
Ian
Right.
has the best deliverance to that too. You were just
Right,
like,
yeah.
even in desert.
I mean, as I really consider it.
He made me
you know?
think about it like for a second. I was
Right.
like, well, shit. I guess you are right.
I mean, I
But-
just have such a love and connection with the man.
but all of this is really the linchpin. All of this is like whoever comes out on top has to face off against Billy Blanks and Olivier Grenard.
Oof, that's a
So
problem.
they're
you got a problem. That's Tybo, bro.
Yeah.
exactly. So you've got two very much alive
Yeah.
combatants versus two potentially undead ones.
And I mean, that
So,
cardio in Tybo is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I hope you like eating leg kicks because you got a big fucking day coming up.
So many spinning crescent kicks just for days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. In all reality, the hangout fest that is the getaway would be honestly a lot of artists, kind of inspired by Six Bomb Boards and my experience
hey.
with you guys. I'd want a lot of artists and, that sort of vibe of hanging out and being able to talk to other people that are really into their stuff, have other very famous, movie poster artists come out and do their thing, sort of stuff. And, I love the idea of having any sort of vendors out there doing trades and stuff like that.
Right on.
Yeah.
Andy and Jaimie, do you guys have like any other attractions that you would have besides celebrities? Is there would you do vendors of any sort or
Carnival
anything-
food.
Carnival
Yeah.
food? That's your
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm doing the deathmatch wrestling throughout the whole thing. And like I said, we were going to have Jizza there. maybe have a couple like lower punk bands and things like that just to carry the steam. I agree. Like, of course, there's going to be, of course, 6-bomb boards is.
Yeah,
Of
I mean,
course. I mean,
we're getting,
yeah,
we're
I
getting
mean,
on the bill.
you know. But also, yeah, I would definitely like. I would want to have like weird like guys that do special effects and makeup and shit like that, and people that are like, "Hey, I'll give you $100 and you make me into a demon for the weekend." And the guy's like, "Sure."
Right.
You know?
Yeah. That's
Just doing like
amazing
wonky
stuff,
shit like that. Yeah, I mean, I would be hoping that somebody out there would have a VHS and literally be making some fucked up horror film at the event, like the whole time. I'd be like, yeah, total, I'll sign the rights. You go enjoy your movie and make something cool.
Nice.
All the kids with their wacky TikToking, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm backing
No
everything
cell
you're saying
phones at
here.
the event. No.
Well, not at Andy's. You got to throw your shit in a fucking yonder bag.
It's
That's right. You're
mine.
collecting.
Yeah,
That's
he's
right.
collecting.
That's
True.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm
And I
gonna
might-
pencil that into mine too.
I
Like,
might melt them all and make a big metal slide that people take down out of the big top
your
tent.
commemorative lobby card, and it's just a cell phone
Cell
slab.
So for my thing, I got every one of my nights has a different host. Thursday night is hosted by Amelia Estevez.
Yes.
Friday night is hosted by Kurtwood Smith, aka Clarence J. Boddicker from RoboCop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bitches
Yes.
leave. Like, you know, it's going to be a blast. And then Kurt Russell is rounding out the weekend on Saturday.
My
Other
spirit animal.
other attractions, Thursday night is Punk Rock Night. We're playing the Repo Man soundtrack with Iggy Pop, Henry Rollins, and Keith Morris. We'll be performing with Black Flag and Circle Jerks. Suicidal Tendencies will be there, and Fear. Friday night, it's Hip Hop Night. West Side Gun is going to be there. And just because I can book
God.
it, Raekwon and Ghostface Killer will be performing Only Built for Cuban Links the entire album.
Got West Side Gun?
Yeah, none of this we're just making this happen. Saturday night is going to be Synthwave Electronica. Zombie's going to play from Pittsburgh. John Carpenter is going to be there with his
Yes.
band. And then Gunship will
Hell
play
yeah.
their first live performance ever.
Their first live performance
Yeah.
ever. I love it.
Yeah.
They're playing the show.
Gunship, yes, I love it.
We're also going to have an on-site special effects and mask museum. We're going to have a car show featuring cars from the Road Warrior. And we will also have a movie tattoo contest, vendors selling dead tech of CRTs, VCRs, VHS, and Blu-rays, etc. And, of course, 6-bomb boards will be there doing live art for the
Can I just compliment the idea of the special effects being like a booth feature at an event? That's fucking brilliant.
Dude, I was so... When we went to... last
Get
time I
some
was in...
real guys out there doing that. Yeah.
Last time I was in Vegas, when I was on Fremont Street, they have this one of the stores there has a special effects museum. It's like $10 or $15, but they have like full size alien queens and full size predators and shit. You get to go in and see them, and I'm like, yes, I will pay to go and do this.
Oh man.
And I've told the story on a podcast before. When I was a kid, my dad he was a monster kid, loved horror films. And when I was really young, like I was watching shit I should have never been watching.
Oh well.
But he knew
yeah,
that
that's-
he to not get me scared. He'd be like, "Well, how do you think they made that? Like, how do you think Freddy Krueger's arm?" I always remember that because he's like, "How did his arm stretch out?" In the first one, when his arm stretched out and scraped
Yeah.
the walls. And he's like,
My
"Well,
dad
you
was
know
a
that-
laugher. He liked to laugh at the stuff to relieve. Yeah.
yeah. Well, he always would talk about special effects.
That's cool.
And like, so in my head, immediately, like, I got to a point where like I couldn't get scared because my brain just starts. And the bad thing is now when I watch movies, well, half of it's CGI now, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, it's a fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
But when it's practical, like my brain just naturally starts to like, and I respect those guys so much because of that creativity. Like,
And we're seeing a really positive swing in like the movie direction towards
Oh, yeah,
practical effects
yeah.
again,
I
which
think
is
we're-
like,
we're-
I think we've turned the corner
Yeah,
with CGI.
The only good thing is in the early knots when they were like, this is so cheap, make it a cartoon. It looks so good. And now we realize like those movies looking back look like trash. Then now
Right.
people are like, okay, well, make it like half practical.
Right.
Which I think that's the way to do it. Practical
the
and then
Jurassic
add on
Park
CGI.
standard is
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
call it. Is like use your practical effects, and CGI can be used for your transitions.
Yeah. I mean,
Boom.
I mean, sadly, I watched the new Godzilla and Kong, and the literal scenes where like it's just the big monsters on screen. It like I realized then I'm like, this is a Pixar cartoon until the humans show back up. Like it was just-
100%.
I hated to say it because it's like I love Godzilla, but and I do, and I'm not like hating. on
Did you
those
like the
movies.
new one or no? You say no, you don't like it.
It was a movie. It was fine. The
Yeah.
problem, my biggest problem with this is like last summer or was that last winter when the actual Godzilla movie from Japan
Yeah.
came.
Right.
Minus
You
one.
minus one. Yeah,
Oh, man.
you saw a phenomenal
Yes.
10 on a Godzilla movie.
Absolutely.
And then this is the Hollywood version that had who knows how many more millions of dollars pumped into
Yeah.
it, and didn't have the story to go along with that. And again, like it just kicks in my head after a while. I'm like, oh, it's a Pixar cartoon. Like there's so much of it that is just
Call it Hollywood Hey Sierra.
yeah.
Like it's real campy. It's all
yeah,
Hollywood CGI.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's like it's made for just kind of like turn your brain off for the world's kind of shitty. Go in here and watch a big ape fight a big lizard.
Right.
Cool. Like I'm fine
nuclear
with that.
lizard.
Yeah, but it's just like the
He
bad
gets
thing.
his tooth pulled.
Yeah, right. Kids hate that, right? I mean, again, it's just I'm totally okay with the fact that I've come to realize the majority of modern movies just aren't meant. They're not made for me, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
because I have a billion things I have never seen.
Plenty of movies you do want to see.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
we're so lucky to live at this point in life where there's so much opportunity to see all those things.
But it is the bummer that you do wish that like the things that are good ideas and are smart would get the money they deserve to be made on the level that they could be.
Yeah.
And that's where I get resentful on that shit, where I'm just like, because we have been stuck in this fucking superhero hell for so long, where finally like Marvel had to start taking losses to be like, okay, we're only going to do 2 a year now, And
Well,
it's just like,
the thing
come
that
on,
drives me
man.
crazy with all that is movies now, they feel everything has to be a blockbuster.
Everything.
And it just can't be a
it's
middle
It's
movie.
no longer the summer.
Yeah, and so they pump billions of dollars into a movie now, and you'll never make that back. So that-
Everything has to be a fucking Universal Studios ride.
yeah,
Yeah, it's always 30 or 45 minutes too long.
yeah. It's just too much, and I feel like if you again, it's just like that. The Japanese minus one when the Japanese Godzilla film came out. I'm like, if you would have took the large monster who takes up my entire left thigh tattoo of, who like I have a whole top thing of a bookshelf covered in Godzilla toys, who like I had one of my old cats was named Zuki. Like you take all that away and still just have that story, I'd be like, that's a fucking great movie. Like powerful movie, man. It talked about, the angst and the feeling of a post-war World War II Japanese vet.
Unreal
And
movie.
like,
I
yeah,
couldn't believe
just,
I was seeing that
Isn't
when
it?
I saw it.
It's -0, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you add in the monster,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes the movie so much better.
And just as a fan of like musical scores, the -0 is one of the
Yeah.
best iterations
Well-
of the Godzilla March out there.
And this is where I think, and this is always my rant about modern movies, is because the gift of capitalism of we got to make so much money, and everything's ran by a company and not artists anymore, in the sense of creative fields. Like they took the craft of that movie. The craft of the Godzilla and Kong movie just feels like, it's another, CGI slugfest. We kind of threw a story together. As compared to -0, it's like, this is craft. This is an actual person who has a vision. And, I don't know the director. I don't know much about his films. I'm not familiar with he's a Japanese director. I don't get to see as many of those films as I do anyone else. But maybe he grew up with Godzilla. I don't know, but he definitely had a vision, and it comes through that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's what we always want to see. We want to see good stories. We want to see them told, and we want to see a quality movie.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the thing, right? Like you're just looking for something. And again, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that angry old man who's bitching that these movies are too woke and I hate everything and it's It's not like when I was a kid, because I'm like, well, that doesn't matter. There's still a million things back in that era. It's not like they're gone. Like I can go back and watch that, and it's okay for somebody to make something for a modern audience that ain't going to connect to me. That's okay, but it is. But at the same time, I also recognize that, and I'm like, well, I'm not handing you money for shit that I'm not going to enjoy.
All right, I got to end this episode. There's no way we can end it on this note of just total sadness. I will say this. I think tonight we got to have a podcast where we got to talk and sit about a bunch of movies that we love. And a lot of the stuff got thrown out there is just stuff that maybe people haven't heard. and that's fun. And I do think that is the brilliance of movies, is the fact that they're, as we've kind of talked about throughout this episode, like there's no way in our lifetime we're ever going to see all the movies that have ever been made. And sometimes you got to dig below the surface a little bit, but there is fucking gold if you're willing to get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And in the vein of your angst, I think that's kind of where Andy and I were able to connect for Secret Base and kind of come through and try to say, like, we're trying to make as much of this a positive experience as possible.
Yeah. I personally just don't think it's a bad thing to understand that you age out of things. Like I don't think that's bad. Like, cause I feel that, like, especially with people when they start hitting that like midlife thing, you just see so many people complain like they just don't make nothing for me anymore, so I'm gonna quit watching or doing things. And I'm like, well, the nice thing is you don't look as much forward, you look back and recognize there's so much stuff that
I mean,
you know, it's like when someone says, well, they don't make, you know, hip, like somebody would be like, well, I hate modern hip hop. I'm like, okay, well, it's not like you don't have 40 years of hip hop that you probably don't know anything about, much less like they made it in other places that you never heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or whatever, you know, it's enjoy that, investigate, have fun with that.
And I also think too, I think there is the thing where it is, you know, there is the mainstream world of entertainment, but because the time that we live in terms of technology and what we have access to, there is a bunch of cool shit that's flying under the radar. It's just trying to find it in the algorithm or wherever you can, where it comes out. And you know, and sometimes it's even just like word of mouth at this point, you know, but like thinking on like, what is it when they did like on YouTube the Jason series, They Never Hike Alone?
Is it the one with the snow? I can't think
of
the name.
But like those things came out. It was just
still great stuff.
And it's just like shit. This is fun, and I kind of had to talk to some people to hear about it, or I had to look at certain things for it to pop in my algorithm. But yeah, man, this is out there, and this is great. So I think it's a mix. Sometimes you just got to be like, you know what, the mainstream world stuff isn't for me, but there's a ton of history in terms of film that I can dig up and look at, and there's a whole bunch of new cool shit out here that I just got to get under the surface.
There's always
find as
something that you'll find.
Yep.
There's stuff you'll find, and if you're not necessarily jiving with modern movies, still check out your local movie theaters.
Agree.
Because there's tons of people out there at the movie theaters trying to show you the stuff that you want to see.
Yeah, and that's one thing I think in Cincinnati we're really lucky about.
Yeah.
Like,
Big movie town.
it is wild how many like again, like people like you all that put out movies and stuff like that, and having the Esquire, the Marymount, even the Kenwood Theater. That Kenwood does play a modern movies, but then they have some just random things. And I mean, there's so
We're about
many
to be in there.
people, and that appreciate good cinema in this town. It's a very lucky thing to have.
Guys, let's hit some plugs before we get out of here. Jaimie, where can people find you out online?
Artofdoom.blogspot.com. I post up there all the time. I post a lot of artwork that probably would get me kicked off of Instagram. We'll put it that way. But other than that,
Spicy.
Jaimie.Filer or Jaimie underscore. I think it's Jaimie.
Your underscore.
Underscore Filer dot or Instagram. I don't know what Instagram is.
Jaimie_Filer on Instagram.
Yeah, that thing.
Andy, where can we find you out there?
My personal Instagram is at yodeling_Jacques. And you can also find me posting actively on at Secret Base Cinema, all one word.
Perfect. Ian?
I am Ian.Charles.71, and you can find me posting actively at Secret Base Cinema.
Nice. Listener, find me at Neil to No One on Instagram. Everything is there for the link tree, including all the links to the back episodes. You can just dive in wherever you want to. Thanks for listening to the podcast. You got friends that are into fucking weird movies and kind of odd shit. Share the episode with them. And while you're at it, you can share any one of the over 60 back episodes we have with this. Again, everything's evergreen. Jump in wherever you want to. You don't have to listen to anything in sequential order. Please don't listen to the early podcasts. I say like it a lot, and they fucking suck. All right, guys, thank you so much for doing the podcast.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, this was fun.
Thanks,
A lot of fun.
guys. And listener, peace.